Hello. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are doing okay and taking care of yourselves and also can hear me because, did I set this up correctly? Yes, I did. Perfect. Perfect. We're all good. Also, good evening. I hope y'all are doing okay and being kind to yourselves because, oh boy, I'm tired. I had a very long week, and that's okay. We have long weeks. They happen. But yeah, excuse me one sec. Excuse me. I have a couple more bites of food in front of me. But yeah, we're taking it easy. How was dinner? What'd you eat? Yeah, I'm doing good. My mom was very kind. She went to get some banh mi's to share with the family. So, nerd, I hope you're doing okay, and I hope you're taking it easy. If you want, you can hang out here. We are going to keep it nice and chill and relaxed because it's the end of the week. It's been a long, tough week. So we're just going to take it real nice and easy. You know? If thou hadst the longest week upon thine head, I shall place the longest pat. Thank you, Zuchi. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I have been offline a lot this week. I have been offline a whole lot for a myriad of reasons. And I'm sure y'all are also feeling the effects. Yeah, we're going to take it easy. I have other reasons for being tired today, unrelated to the events of this past week. Life finds a way, yeah. I was babysitting my nephew yesterday, and oh boy, he's getting to the teething age, and so he's biting. My sister has trained him to not bite. I'm so thankful for that. He's gotten a lot better. My little baby nephew has manners now. He's adorable. We love him. And I am so glad that I am just his auntie because, oh my goodness, one day of taking care of a teething kid, no. I could not do that. I have no idea how my siblings do it. I genuinely think they are stronger than me. It is insane. And here's the thing. I know what it's like when other family members have kids, you know? My cousins are constantly having kids. It's hilarious, actually. But now that it's like my sibling had a kid, I'm like, this is entirely different because I'm here for more of the process than I usually am. Occasionally, I will babysit my cousin's babies. No, I am on babysitting duty 1 to 2 days a week. Like, 1 to 2 days a week when my little baby nephew is not in daycare, I got to babysit him. And they are so much fun. Babies are so much fun. Until you realize babies have so much more stamina than you. Babies will constantly run around and put whatever they want in their mouths. And the last time I caught my nephew trying to put something in his mouth, he was reaching for the compost bin. And I'm like, oh, my sweet, sweet baby angel, I love you so much. Your parents will murder me if they learn that you tried to eat or if you ate compost under my watch. Actually, to be honest, my siblings pretty chill. They probably go like, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right for him, honestly. Oh, parents gain some sort of buff, specifically mothers. Now here's the thing. I don't know what it's like for fathers when that happens, but mothers, it's insane. I will say right now, the majority of my family members are women, and people with uteruses. So the sheer amount of energy you need just to watch over a kid, I do it on such an infrequent basis, 1 to 2 days a week. That is not a lot in comparison to what a lot of parents do. Jeez. I love that little guy. I love that little guy so much. I'm gonna be such a good auntie. But I know my limits. I know my limits. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that too long. Oh, mothers casually flipping a car to get their children's baby. I have no idea how true that is with the mother adrenaline thing. I always thought that was kind of a little bit of a myth. Uh, but honestly, it's just the patience that parents have. And I know this falls on both the parents to be patient, both the father and mother. But oh boy, because my sibling's partner, he works. Like she is taking it easy because she had a kid. But like the amount of insane energy and like flexibility they need to just keep up with the kid. Oh my gosh, yeah. Nerd, sorry if I get too negative on the stream. Genuinely questioning what's real right now. Just please let me know. I'm so sorry. That's okay. You take it easy. For now, it seems like you're in a rough spot. I want you to be kind. Get some food into you. Get some good food into you. Doesn't necessarily have to be the healthiest food. It can be something sweet, something savory, whatever you're feeling. Drink some water. Try to focus on physical sensations. And we're going to chill. We're just going to be drawing some nice, calm art today and taking it very easy. Okay? Be good to yourself. Just got to be really, really relaxed. And if you are worried, please reach out to a friend or a family member and make sure that they are aware of how you are feeling. You know? Let someone who can actively help know. Goblin, how about you? Goblin D nuts. Good try. Good try. Goblin D's. Get it. Oh, Mariak, thank you for the lurk. Oh, I love Pajama Toad. How's it going? Also, don't think I'm not going to take this opportunity. So, the most recent model I have made is Pajama Toad's model, and they will be debuting it on November 13th at 3 p.m. EST, if I'm not mistaken. So, check it out. You can see my most recent work. I'm so excited for it. But yeah. Oh, I hope there's no plot twist. No, there's no plot twist. We're just chill. We're going to listen to some very calming music today because I am also very tired. I had a little bit... I didn't really babysit today, but I got to see my nephew anyways. And it was lovely. He's such a good little kid. He did bite me through my jeans, and it hurt. It hurt. It was like a little pinch because he's teething. He's teething. We don't have anything like frozen, like those frozen donuts for him to bite. We don't have those yet. We got to get one for him. Mind goblin bottom. Nerd tried letting someone I do respect know and they don't know why. Not sure. But do your best to reach out to someone else, potentially a family member or a friend that can help. For the most part, just make sure you are okay. But yeah, kid bites hurt. Kid bites do actually hurt. They're not going to do any damage, which is the good thing. It's just their sharp teeth. They got real sharp teeth. And it's very, very cute whenever they're chewing on something. And then they chew on you. Like, my little nephew, I was playing around with him, and his favorite thing, granted, this is something that I do every time I talk to my mom. She's like, wow, your nephew, he's just like you when you were a baby. And I'm like, oh gosh. Oh gosh. I am so sorry, kid. You're going to have an interesting existential time when you get older. But he'll headbutt. His favorite thing is to headbutt when he wants to show affection. And I'm like, yep, that sounds like me. That sounds like me. Honey yearned for compost. I yearned to see worms. I loved seeing bugs and worms when I was a kid. It was lovely. Is he going to be on VTuber too? Perhaps an artist. An artist, perhaps. Also, geez. Altonexus, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Wait, why is it a level 7 hype train? I'm telling y'all about how my nephew keeps biting me and headbutting me. I will... Thank y'all so much for the level 7 hype train. It's still going, jeez. I will look at that a little bit later. Oh, but yeah, my little nephew, he loves headbutts. He loves headbutting. He doesn't bite too often. He only bit once. And so that's good. That's good. He will occasionally, if he sees you wearing a mask, like I usually wear a mask, just to protect myself because I have no idea what kind of heart condition this is, you know, I don't want to make it worse. And it's also, I don't want to get my baby nephew sick. Downside is, he doesn't know better. He do not know what he do. So he likes to try to take my mask and pull it off. Thankfully, my sibling trained it out of him. My sibling's like, no, we don't touch other people's faces. We have to be gentle. Gentle now, baby. And then, like, we just explained to him that it's not good. And he learned. He learned pretty quickly, honestly, within the span of a week. So, real proud of him. Real proud of his growth already. Honey's influencing the kids even before you're born. You must be an amazing artist and celebrity. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh-uh. No way. There was a story my mom told me when I was teething as a baby. I bit my dad's shoulder over his jacket. He went to the doctor for a checkup a few days later, and the doc asked him what happened because it looked like the bite pattern had a minor first-degree burn. That is insane. That's insane. Smart baby. Yes. Oh, my little baby nephew is very, very smart. I'm so proud of him. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I only have to watch him 1 to 2 days a week. Oh, I'm so glad. I do not have the energy. I don't know whether it's because I'm dealing with the new potential condition, or if it is just like maybe I'm tired all the time. Maybe it's daylight savings time that's happening. My sibling literally said I look tired, gave me a bunch of vitamin D pills, and said, eat it. Eat it now, and gave me a cup of water. I was napping over at my mom's place, and they were like, take the vitamins. You look tired. I'm like, geez, is it that apparent? Is it that apparent? Good thing your cousin sounds like a good parent to teach their child manners. Yeah, that's my sibling. My sibling teaches him real good. I'm real proud of them. Oh, I'm very pleased with them too, because like every time I see my sibling and my nephew, like they rarely ever give him screen time, which I am very happy for. I'm like, oh, good. Okay, good. They very rarely ever give him any screen. 1 second. There we go. The notifications were turned off. That's what it was. Pestle, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Thank you very, very much. What do you mean level 7 hype train completed? What do you mean? What do you mean? PJ, that's a rarity when it comes to no screen time. Yeah, I'm always a little worried, and like I cannot fault parents for needing a break from their kids, but I can fault them for giving them so much screen time it can wreck their brain development. And thankfully, my siblings are very, very smart about it. They're very much like, we have seen what too much electronics do to the kids, so we're not going to do that. Although, the interesting thing is, every time I pull out my phone, my nephew is very fascinated with it because he sees the rest of the adults in the world using them and the rest of the people in the world using them, and so he's interested in what they are because everyone stares at them, right? And I'm like, okay, this is another hurdle to work past, you know? This is another thing to figure out and try to figure out what's best for him. Make sure they know to avoid Cocomelon. It's actually been said to hurt child's mental. Yep. Yeah. I don't know if they know specifically about that, but absolutely, yeah. Sometimes I worry about my nephew getting too much screen time, but he's only 2 and able to count to 30. That's pretty good. I always worry about screen time in kids. Like, kids should be bored. Because if they're bored, their brains start to work. And that is scary to a lot of people. It can be really scary for people who are not used to being constantly stimulated, or not used to not being constantly stimulated, to suddenly be faced with silence in your own brain. The solution that I found, which I don't know if it's a solution, if it really counts, but like what I do is I think of new art compositions. My bored brain turns to art and escapism through imagining. Is that maladaptive daydreaming? I don't know. I don't actually know. But I think either way it's good. It gives me inspiration and time to think about ideas I really want to execute. And so being bored is actually not that bad. It's quite nice. We don't get enough time to stop and think? Yep. Having enough time to stop and think is so important, because then you are not constantly bombarding your brain with more and more stuff and making it tired. You know? Sushi, both my step nieces are iPad babies. I worry about some of the freaky algorithm bait they watch on autoplay. Yeah, I'll worry about that too. It's tricky. It's kind of scary. It's scary being a parent, and it's scary being a kid in these times. And so there's so many ways things can go wrong. But that's why it's people's responsibility to just do their best and be kind and respectful, you know? Happy because my niece got into drawing and art like me. That's great. Art is really, really good. I think it's a great way for kids to learn how to express themselves and put their ideas onto paper, which is so hard to convey for kids because language is difficult. Language is extremely difficult. Kids understand visuals way better than language. Both are incredibly important. Language is really, really, really important for learning. But art can be really good for communicating an idea, even if you don't fully have the words. I banged my plate. So it's fascinating. I love to see it. Not an expert. Thank you for the 1,000 shinies. Honestly, yeah, my brain was used to silence growing up, and I've overstimmed the heck out of myself. I have absolutely hit that point. It got really bad the past week, actually. And I got really fed up with myself the past 3 days, where I was like, this is too much. I am constantly anxious and constantly reaching for something to distract me from my anxiety. So I deleted Twitter. Not that I deleted my Twitter account. I just deleted it off my phone. So it's still on my desktop. I still use it for work. But it is off my phone now. And I found that I still, in my habit, reach for social media, specifically Blue Sky. Blue Sky is the new one. However, for me, Blue Sky is a lot more positive. It is a lot more curated in terms of like art and community. And so the community I curate on there is very art focused and art heavy. And I think that is much more preferable. I like that very much. Myth. As a youngin', I was always more of a language person. Didn't start speaking until I was 2, but then I did, and my parents put it in paragraphs. Ooh. Level 900. It's a level 900. Jeez. Blue Sky doesn't shove rage click stuff onto your feed? Yeah. I don't know how long it's going to last. As with all good things, they do not always last forever. But I think in terms of trying to kind of clear up my brain more, I think getting rid of Twitter on my phone is probably the smartest thing I could do. Even if I do have a second app, which is Blue Sky, taking up my feed, it is a lot more positive. I've curated it specifically with people who are very positive and try not to get angry online, and people who'd rather create things in times of stress rather than fixate on them, you know? It allows me to go do my bad habit of going to an app, but not spending as much time on it angry, and sort of having a nicer experience and then feeling better once I put it down, you know? I'm not constantly checking for new updates. It's tricky. I know that if trying to do it cold turkey will probably only stick for like 5 days, you know? So instead of that, I'm trying to look at a more positive feed that will push me to start doing things outside of the online space. So it'll help me to kind of not rewire my brain exactly, kind of gently push my brain out of the online space when I need to. That way, instead of spending a lot of my time online and very little outside, I'll kind of slowly flip them. It'll take time. Blue Sky is just overall a more positive environment than Twitter. I do hope it stays like that. Genuinely, one of the best things to do is curate your experience online. Twitter, you can no longer do that since the blog function just doesn't work. Nowadays, the only thing you can really do is be very, very adamant about what you allow onto your feed. You know, it's very important. If people start bringing a negative headspace into Blue Sky, specifically one that is angry and hateful, best thing you can do is just block, move on. Old Tumblr rules, you know? You don't like it, don't interact with it, block it. Doesn't even have to be particularly egregious behavior. It's just vibes off, gone. And you cannot take it seriously. You know, you cannot take it personally if someone does the same to you. That's kind of how it goes. Plugbearer, sad I'm quite eepy and have to be up out of the door like 7 hours time. Get some rest. I hope you have a good sleep. Welcome to the stream is Exa, which means child. And with that, I must eep. Fare thee well, goblin. Good night. Good night, Plugbearer. Originally, I was confused when people were talking about Blue Sky. I unironically thought they were talking about Blue Sky Studios coming back from the dead and now making Ice Age 6. It would be kind of... I remember watching the first 3 when I was like a baby. It was very fun. I liked it quite a bit. I've recently developed a tic disorder and really stressful having a constant buzz in my head and incessant tics. I've been trying to cut back on tech to try to calm my brain down. Yeah. I know nothing about, like, very, very life-affecting tics. I do not know how to help in that situation. But I hope that, yeah, trying to calm your brain down goes well and trying to transition to a much more positive experience online will help. Number 1 rule of the internet, don't feed the trolls. It's tempting because anger, our brain likes to be angry, but directionless anger will not help. And so being very smart about what you allow yourself to see and allow yourself to feel can be very helpful. You know? Are they making a Trolls 4? I don't know. Legitimately, I watched all 3 Trolls movies. I actually really like them. I really like them. If they're making a 4th one, I will probably watch it. The 3 are extremely good. I like them. Good night, Drago. Can we feed the goblins though? Yes. Yes. I gotta eat more, actually. This is sounding a lot like my therapy sessions. I am not a licensed therapist. I'm just a little guy doing my best, so... not all my advice will apply to everyone, just as anyone's advice won't apply to everyone, you know? Best animated film you personally recommend? Ooh, I think I have to watch, is it From Me to You? No. Look Back. I have to watch Look Back. I've heard it's really, really good. I think the best animated film I'd recommend, Into the Spider-Verse is really good. Into the Spider-Verse is excellent. I love it quite a bit. Let's see. I'm looking at the art books I got. Let's see. No, they're mostly for TV series. I have the Avatar art book. It's still really good. Into or Across the Spider-Verse. You should probably watch Into the Spider-Verse first and then Across the Spider-Verse just so you understand everything. But both are beautiful. Both are beautiful. I watched Across the Spider-Verse today, which inspired that question. It is very good. It is very, very good. You always been a very uplifting streamer. Thank you. No worries, Stemp. Thanks for being here. But yeah, it's very cool. You have friends who animate it? Dang! That's impressive. It is gorgeous and so cool to see. I love it. Oh, Puss in Boots Last Wish. Ooh, it's so good. It's so good. I love Kung Fu Panda, specifically the first 3 movies. I haven't watched the 4th and don't want to. The style just doesn't work. For me, anyways. But the first 3, oh, excellent. Excellent. Very, very good. The way Spider-Punk is drawn across is so cool. I love Spider-Punk. Give him back his lipstick. Give him back his lipstick. I'm being so, so for real right now. Give it back to him. He deserves it. People don't even just understand that, like, punk is about going against tradition and, like, a lot of social norms. Like, of course Hobie would be wearing really cool lipstick that accentuates his features, you know? Of course he would. He looks so good in it. Why would you take that from him? Why would you take that from him? Come on. Have watched Kung Fu Panda 2. It's really good. If you're feeling it, give it a watch. A terrific classic is Secret of NIMH. I love Secret of NIMH. Oh, Coraline's excellent too. Coraline's a little bit more creepy though. So I do love creepy movies personally, but might be a little bit creepy for y'all. Dingus. Hello Dinky, how's it going? For a show regardless of your opinion on the game, I'd really recommend Arcane as long as you're okay with it ripping you apart. I love Arcane. I'm so excited. I think the first episode releases tomorrow or tonight of the season 2. Ooh, it's so good. It's so, so good. But yeah, it is lovely. I love Arcane. Oh, in about 4 hours? Okay, yeah. Arcane's releasing in about 4 hours. I am so pumped. I'm not going to watch it immediately, I don't think. I want to rewatch the first season. I started a rewatch of the first season. I got 2 episodes in. I'm pacing myself. I'm taking it slow and enjoying it slowly instead of eating it all up at once. I'm looking at it, watching it, and absorbing it, you know? I feel like absorbing it is very, very... it's very good. But yeah. Actually, I will make an edit to that post... meta. I think this will work a little better. One sec. Here we go. I think that's a good one to pin. I will address the very specific elephant in the room. The reason I say try to keep things positive and chill instead of bringing up politics, because our existence is political. I do not want to bring this up to make anyone sad about the current state of everything, but I feel it is important to address it. And I will say right now, just getting it out of the way, this is a safe place for people of all gender orientations, sexualities, different cultures. And I really want to make sure that people know that this is a place where we can all relax and chill. We must be tolerant of other people. The only thing we cannot be tolerant of is intolerance. So, with that said, I will not be bringing up too much of what has happened this past week. However, I would like to just reiterate, please be kind to each other. There are so many different areas of like which ideologies I have, and like generally like this is an LGBTQ friendly stream, as well as like we would like to make sure that everyone feels that they are represented and safe here. I want to live in a world that is kind and accepting of people, not one that demonizes another for their gain. With that said, we're just going to keep it light and fun today. Y'all have already had a rough week. I know I have. So that is just something that I wanted to very quickly address. And yeah, this is not necessarily a place for political debate or like necessarily like saying what is wrong and what is right. I will say though, oh shoot, my brain had the sentence in my head and I forgot it. I hate ADHD sometimes. But yeah, we should care about other people, regardless of whether or not it affects us, you know? I think that is really important. I think, if anything, that is incredibly important. And there was Bob Marley. Don't worry, be happy. Yeah, chill. We take it easy. Oh, what was I talking about before that? I forgot. I'm thinking about salmon. I have a little bit of smoked salmon in front of me. I'm going to eat that in a little bit. Let me get to the redeems real quick. There we are. Thank you for the hydrated Stroma. Oh my gosh, the Stroma taking care of my health. For real, for real. Let me take a little sip. Feels like you're about to say however and start giving the most political speech ever. Maybe. Sometimes I gotta put a clamp on my brain and be like, no, stay focused, chill, take it easy, you know? Also, thank you for the posture check, Stroma, and the ear wiggles and breathe. Let's go. Oh. Oh. My shoulders are tight. I was playing pickleball with my parents the other day. My dad kicked my ass. He's so good at it. He's so good at pickleball. Like, I cannot stress enough. If you are playing pickleball and there is an old person there, do not challenge them. They will beat you. They will win. I don't care if their knees look brittle. They will win. Oh, thank you for the ear wiggles, Stroma. What? All right, Stroma, thank you for the breathe. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Why is the ball pickled? I don't know, but ask the people who play it. I don't know why it's called pickleball. Those are two words that I don't think fit together, personally. But it does remind me, like, it does make you remember what it's called, so I don't know. I just came into the stream. I don't care if their knees are brittle. They'll win. Does someone owe you money? I was playing pickleball with my dad, and he won. He wins every time. I used to compete with my dad. Like, I would run, because my dad was basically my fitness trainer for a lot of my childhood and teenagehood, actually. We would wake up at like 5 in the morning and go on really, really long runs and make sure that we were really fit and exercised a whole bunch, because so we were high performance kids. I was a high performance kid. I cannot stress this enough. I was a high performance kid who took like not extracurriculars. Did I take extracurriculars actually? I don't remember anymore. But I took like AP classes, and I did not realize that I was a high performance kid until I talked to my friend. And I you know when you're talking to your friends and you're like, oh, this is just me? Ooh, okay, I have to unpack this. And then you unpack it and you're like, jeez, you never realize what kind of effect that your childhood has on your life until you realize it. And then you just get existential about it, you know? Remember, when in combat with a goblin, always protect your knees and shins. The best advice you can think of. Back your legs too, honestly. Be careful of that. Before I get too carried away, let me say thank you real quick. Dingus. Yeah, but it's usually like, I gotta unpack this. I gotta unpack this fast. It's a lovely time when you get to be like, a revelation about oneself and how your psyche works. Oh no! And then you just cope. You think about it, cope, and then bring it up in therapy. Nope, I will simply cry at Arcane every time and unpack nothing. I will watch cartoons and live in a fantasy world where I don't have to feel like I have to change anything. I'm sure that's great for emotional growth, right? I'm sure that's great for becoming a better and well-rounded person. Some people do think like that, and that's quite dangerous, actually. You're missing out on growth. It sucks. The growing pains are real, but it's nice. So we continue the Bard art? Yes, we will be continuing the Bard art a little bit. We will also be creating another piece, because I grayscaled the Bard art, and at that point I'm like, I feel like I can just leave that. I am happy with it. It is clean. Let's scooch over to another one. I want to practice proportions, because the way I drew the proportions there are so good. I'm very proud of them, honestly. Before I get carried away, I keep forgetting. I keep foregoing. Glasses to read. because that was a level 9 hype train. That was a level 9 hype train. So Destin, thank you for the resub. Happy 7 months. Or sorry, 29 months. I was like, 7 months sounds wrong. I think I'm misreading that. Destin's been here a while longer. Jeez. Almost 2.5 years of being subbed to the most beautiful, wonderful Gabo with the most beautiful voices. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do, honey, and you do deserve nice things. Dang it. Thank you. I will work hard for these nice things. Kemma, thank you for the gifted sub. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Destin, it read it as 7, but it said resub for 7 months, and you've been subbed for 29 months. So the first part threw me off a little bit. Also, Kevin Ward, thank you for the gifted sub. Skippy, thank you for the resub. Happy 19 months. And Anonymous, thank you for the gifted sub. Blural, thank you for the 100 shinies. And Anonymous, thank you for another gifted sub to Goth Girl for Thuffer. I'm so sorry if I keep mispronouncing it. I'm doing my best. I'm sorry. Anonymous Gifter, thank you for the gift sub to Calliope Lemon. And Blaze, thank you for the resub. Happy 37 months. Oh, man, I'm misreading bad. But I hope you have a good Lurgastroma. Thank you. Also, Vulcan, thank you for the resub. Happy 35 months. And I am going to mispronounce this, and I do apologize ahead of time. Skjorg Os. Thank you for the resub with Prime. Let me know if I'm mispronouncing it. I'll do my best to remember. You from the Gremlins? Nice try. I'm from Fantasy World. Different universe than Gremlins. McBo, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Be French, thank you for the 100 shinies. It's been a long week. Either way, watching a stream got my 6:30 coffee. Oh, yeah. Some nice evening coffee. Lazy Azurith, thank you for the resub with Prime. Happy 7 months. And Wolfson, thank you for the 100 shinies. Streaming at a great time, honey. Have some celebration bits because my vacation officially starts tonight. After 2 years straight working without one. I hope you enjoy your vacation, and it is... You deserve more vacations than just one every 2 years. I mean, so for real, Wolves, you deserve better than that. Alta Nexus, thank you again for the 10 gifted subs. God of Annoyance, thank you for the gifted sub. And Axercost, thank you for the resub with Prime. Happy 13 months. Momokat, thank you for the 100 Chinese. Anonymous, thank you for the gifted sub. To Nerdmagerd. Pestle, thank you for 20 gifted subs. Abby French, thank you for the 400 shinies. Jeez. I think I got the rest of them. Meow Time, thank you for the 500 shinies. Almost. Almost there. So gremlin in the body of a goblin. Nah, just a goblin, not a gremlin. I honestly don't really know what gremlins are, so. Yeah. Imagine being able to read. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. This goblin? Literate? I don't know about that. I'm not sure about that one. Meowtime, thank you for the 500 shinies. I've seen clips of you on YouTube, lurked a few times, and let me appreciate you. Love your positivity. You're doing great. Keep it up. Thank you, Meowtime. Thank you very much. Astroma, you got the hydrate and posture check again? Astroma making sure I ain't shrimping. It's great. Does Blue Sky have less bots? It's annoying on Twitter when you think about it might have gained a follower to see it's another bot. I think it hasn't got the bots right now. It has some, I think, just by the nature of, you know, how online stuff works now, but it's much less annoying, like way less annoying. Ugh. Also, welcome in, Atom. I hope you're doing well. Ba-ba-ba. Gremlins are like goblins, but more, I guess, demonic in nature. Okay. Okay. Hot Philosopher. Very cool name. Very cool name. Thank you for the 1,001 shinies. I'm sure because I have a crippling need to see my name on lists above people's names. I'm a narcissist, you see. I see. I don't know what to say to that. I mean, like, being self-aware is kind of good about it, I guess. Astroma, thank you for the breathe. Shadow King Guts, thank you for the resub. Happy 26 months. Back to goblin form? Yep. Halloween's over. No more human honey. Goblin honey's back. And Jose, thank you for the resub with Prime. Happy 8 months. Welcome on back. Nolan O'Malley, thank you for the resub. Happy 2 months. And Generic Animal, thank you for the sub with Prime. Welcome on in. Willow Art, thank you for the resub. Happy 4 months. And Kodarek, thank you for the sub with Prime. Welcome. Welcome on in, Alias. And Nagui, thank you for the 5,000 shinies. Oh gosh, if you haven't seen it, Everything Everywhere All at Once is such a warming movie that inspires hope and kindness. Yes, I have seen it. It is wonderful. Oh my gosh, Everything Everywhere at Once is such a wonderful movie. It is so funny and weird and out there and very creative. I think it's great. I think it is quite great. Haven't seen it yet. It feels very dense and very actiony and fun action. I would not watch it with your parents. I watched it with my friends, thankfully, and I was like, I could never watch this in front of my parents. The rock scene made me emotional. Yeah, the rock scene was so cute. Oh, so good. It is such a cool movie. So good. It's called Everything Everywhere at Once. It's a good watch. It's very cool to see what they do with the concept, and it's very well executed, I think. Saw it with my wife. It's really good. It's dense, but it's also silly. Yes, it is very silly. It is also very dense. It's one of those movies, like, this is something that I have had a problem with the past week, which I realized was a problem, and that's why I took Twitter off my phone. Is I was opening my phone while I was watching TV shows, and I was like, this is insane. I am looking for entertainment while I am being entertained. That is not a good sign. So I removed Twitter from my phone, and now I'm trying to practice focusing on watching things. Interestingly, that seems like it's not the full fix. Some people would be like, go outside, do something. And it's like, no. Legitimately, if I can't watch a movie without pulling out my phone, I think that means there's something wrong with me. I think I need to actively practice consuming media and engaging with it on an emotional level so that I can sort of get back into the one thing at a time brain. It's tricky. Going cold turkey for things rarely ever works. It is so drastic that your brain will just do it for a little bit and then elastic back. So slowly doing things to help you get your attention span back might be best. Do you know how many more hours a day you spend on your phone? Started tracking mine. Turns out I only spend an hour a day on it. I did, and the average, interestingly, the amount that I spent on average in like the past, like before November, was only about 1 to 3 hours, which does seem like a lot. At least that seems like a lot to me. 3 hours is a long time to be on your phone. But the more I thought about it, it's just like, yeah, I open it constantly when I am anxious. I'm trying to distract myself. And so maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Instead of trying to distract myself with outside of offline spaces and doing things that are potentially not helpful to my brain, let's try watching movies again. Let's try consuming media and engaging with it properly instead of just treating it as something to entertain my brain, you know? Let's watch movies that have a lot of effort and good story and things that they want to say, rather than just fluff media that is sort of just filling your brain with nothing, you know? I knew somebody who had over 13 hours a day on their phone. Jeez. Suchi, that's part of why I like theaters, because you're able to easily focus on just the movie. That's the interesting thing. All throughout my life, I was never really that good at focusing on movies unless it was an animated film. Don't know why. Something about human faces acting. If the actors don't portray things really, really perfectly, my brain will start picking it apart. Now, this is not anyone's fault. This is not the movie, the actor's fault. This is just my brain. If there is an emotionally tense point in the movie, sometimes my brain will just go, you think this is funny now. You think this is hilarious. You are now self-aware that this is someone portraying a story and acting. And you find this very entertaining, but not engaging with it. And I'm like, well, that's not great. That's very frustrating. And so that's why, for some reason, when I watch animated films, I am able to watch them without having that separation, you know, having that, oh, wait, this isn't real moment. Because with animation, I already kind of know it's not real because it's missing a dimension that would usually be there. Because it's not real, my brain fully goes into it. It's not irony poisoned, you know, like it is when I watch shows with live action people, because so much media is irony poisoned now. You know, they'd never fully commit to the illusion of a story, you know, the illusion of a fantasy, versus when it's done in animation, because it's already animation, they don't have to be like, oh wow, look at this, a unicorn. It's like, no, they can genuinely be amazed by it and sucked into the moment. It's great. Sushi. Hallmark movies make my brain go crazy because I can't stop thinking this shot is unnatural because of this. Why is the camera angle here? Why is that line written that way? Yes. Because it looks like real life, my brain is like, why isn't this real life? Why is it so weird? And it starts to pick it apart easier. Suspension of disbelief is easier to animate than live action. I get that big time. Yeah. Granted, this is not an everyone thing. This is just a me thing, you know? Interrupt the chat for a moment. Thank you to Jesper. Meta, could you try painting pink noises while watching a movie? Could you try playing pink noise while watching a movie? What is pink noise? I've never heard of pink noise. Huh. To be honest, the first time I saw a cartoon, a movie drawing, I was blown away that something like that was even possible. To this day, that amazing has never left me. It is insane that something that takes so long to make, because animation is hard. I animate my starting soon screens. Those are looping images with only like one image that is bent to make it move. That takes a long time. Just for like 3 minutes of animation, it's two pieces of art. I have done a very cost-saving way of animating, and it is still really time-consuming. I don't know how people do that. Meta, what is this? Noise for... It says noise for autism in the link. One second. I gotta turn this off so y'all can hear it too. Noise for autism. Pink noise to relieve stress. Y'all can hear that, right? It sounds like, it's just like a white noise machine? Is that all it is? Huh. Oh, this could actually work for me. Huh. Yeah, this is pink noise. So, VOD watchers, you may not hear this. One of my mods, Meta, just linked me to something called Pink Noise to Relieve Stress, Autism Spectrum Disorder Sleep Study 9-hour black screen. Oh no. Yeah, this is extremely calming for me, actually. It sounds like a muffled plane or the aquarium. Huh. Turns off your brain from overthinking. Yeah, please turn it off. Yeah, I'll turn it off for y'all. Interesting, because for me, that works. I could probably listen to that while I fall asleep. This is what my white noise machine sounds like. Dang. Yeah, here's the thing with white noise, or even, I guess this is called pink noise. It's not really for everyone. Not everyone enjoys it. Everyone's brain reacts differently to that. But if you do like that, give it a go. My brain immediately went to something as making sound. That means it's bad. There. Your brain's quiet now. I mean, if it works, that's great. Yeah, nerd, absolutely. So, listen, I'll post the link again for you specifically. Here. This is the link to it. Well, that's my link to it anyways. But yeah, if it helps, it helps. You know? Generic Animal, thank you for the sub with Prime. Welcome on in. But yeah, interesting. Watching several animated movies that took years to make is just how? I don't know. Animated movies are insane. I don't know how they do that. But yeah, let me switch over to art because I think we've warmed up plenty. We get to chill, relax. Johnny, thank you for the hydrate. Neoni, thank you for the posture check. Let's do that. And we'll switch over to art in the meantime. Oh. Oops. No, cap locks. Why? There we go. I put it in my tags. There we go. All right, to art. Let's go. Don't forget to switch category. Yeah, thank you, Meta. All right, let's go to art. Oh, turn off the effect. And become TD. Become pocket-sized. Pocket gremlin. We're going to chill, listen to some very calming music, and we're going to take it easy, you know? Let me know if this is too loud. Actually, this is not the lo-fi playlist I was thinking of. There it is. Go to the beginning. What is that link? I don't know. What the? I don't remember posting that. What the? Why did my account post that? Oh, okay, I see what I did. I was typing art into the category, and something might have happened where I must have input things wrong, and it led to a link of the Microsoft Store? What the? You tried to change category? It should be fine now. Like, I'm in the art category. Also, get back here. Get back here, hand. Fiddle or violin? Violin. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. So, while I was having fun off stream, I went and finished these up. I finished cleaning them up, separated them, and grayscaled them. I really like the proportions I did here. The proportions are excellent. And so I wanted to try doing a third drawing. I feel like these are about as clean as I would like them. I don't really feel like taking them much further because if you polish everything, you're never going to create as much as you want, you know? I didn't realize there's a difference. Is the fiddle smaller? I don't know if the fiddle is smaller. I kind of proportions these like humans would have them proportioned. But yeah. Right. Drink water. Thank you, Johnny. They're drawing too excited to watch art from start to end. We're going to take it easy. All right. Let's turn off that reference because we're not using it anymore. Bard Honey enchanting everyone. She doesn't even need to use her actual bard skills. But what if that is my bard skill? What if that is my bard skill? I'm going to do this. Copy this image. And I'm going to paste it here. It's just smaller so that I can keep the proportion reference, but draw a new pose while using that reference. Music is as loud as you? Gotcha. We turn that down then. Let me know if this is too loud or too quiet. Again, we got to adjust music sometimes, you know? Johnny, thank you for the breather, Dean. The head needs one more peg? Oh, really? You still get Vicious Mockery? Yeah. Most bards do end up taking Vicious Mockery. It's just such a useful spell. It's just so useful. I don't know if it's supposed to be like this. All I did was use the reference photo, and the reference photo had it like this. So, yeah. So, I would like y'all to help me. I'm trying to figure out what instrument to play next. Or should I try singing? Singing could also be fun, but do y'all have any potential like instrument suggestions that you would like to see? Haven't you done your own comic yet? Your art is amazing. Thank you, EP Turtle. Because comics are really, really hard to do. They take a lot of work. I don't have the brain and the composition know-how to do comic layouts. Legitimately, it is just not a skill I have. I am good at doing character drawings, but not so good at composition in terms of like environments. So I'm a little bit unskilled in the realm of comics personally. Didgeridoo. Xylophone. Hurdy-gurdy. Ooh. Accordion. Kazoo. Slide whistle. A harp with the angel outfit. Need some percussive. Banjos. 3 hurdy-gurdies. Flute. Bongos. A lot of y'all are saying hurdy-gurdies. Interesting. Castanets. What's a castanet? I want to see what that looks like. Some of these instruments, I haven't heard of it. Castanet. Oh, it's the clappy wood things. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's fun. Clarinet's my daughter's instrument. She's going to be marching band state finals tomorrow. Oh, that's sick. Shima-sen. Or shamisen. Yeah, shamisen. Can I get a honey goblin plush sometime? Well, EP Turtle, there will be something coming up. Don't worry, I'm working on it in the background. I just have to get everything lined up and timed for it. So there will be something coming soon. And by soon, not this year. Not in 2024. A little bit later. Clarinet, but only if you have a Squidward nose. Let's see. Didgeridoo, 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 not sure. What is a didgeridoo? Didgeridoo just is the long tube, right? Didgeridoo. Oh, no. It's like a long horn that you blow into. Interesting. Jummy triangle. The triangle. An elegant instrument. Timing is everything. It's so important. But it would be extremely funny, actually. Shamisen. For some reason, I always associate honey with goblin with mead. Mead is delicious. It is also the name I gave my gender bent self. So male honey is just mead. Honey on the gong, no. French horn, got a pull up. All right, we got a pull up there. We got flute, microphone, harp, hurdy-gurdy. Thank you, Meta. These are good. These are good. I will do a quick drawing for fun because I haven't warmed up my arm yet. Today I was out. I had a doctor's appointment. By the way, reminder to all y'alls with a cervix, please get your pap tests done. Just a reminder, get your pap tests. See your gynos. Talk about potential options you're thinking about for your physical health. Very important. What if I just drive myself banging the gong? I don't know why my brain always goes to this stance. Like, this is just what I do when I'm being a gremlin and I have an idea. I just do this crouch pose. Was a pap test? Yeah, so I had a pap test today. And so for those who don't know, a pap test is to test for HPV or cervical cancer. It's a routine test that you're supposed to do every 4 years if you have a cervix after the age of 21. So if you are above that, even if you are a little younger, do get tested because that is something that you do want to take very seriously. It has nothing to do with your sexual activity. It has to do with just the fact that you have a cervix. So it's just a good thing to get tested for. Dingus, that's a tism stance. I hate to break it to you. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Say psych. Say psych, dingus. I am absolutely drawing myself holding a gong, though. I would be the most annoying gong player. Oh yeah, Carol? Well, guess what? Your argument's invalid. I'll just bang a gong every time you speak. I'll just be loud and obnoxious. Dingus, no. The tism-rism is real. I did an ultrasound for health reasons. Ultrasounds, yeah. So legitimately, you can have ultrasounds, kind of whenever you get. So depending on what kind of contraception you have, ultrasounds are necessary for so many things. A lot of the times they are just to check the placements of if you have an implant, or if you are worried that there is something in there and your doctor recommends one. Ultrasounds are for pretty much anything internal that you can't visibly see. It's fascinating. Ultrasound science is interesting. I love medical science. It is fascinating to me. Unfortunately, I do not have the smarts to be a doctor. But the majority of my family members are hospital workers. So I get to hear a lot of fascinating things from them. It's great. So this is what they mean by Toll of the Dead. Toll of the Dead. Also, what was the results? Which instrument? Let us see. It was... The results were harp. Ooh, by quite a bit too. Y'all want to see the harp and then the hurdy-gurdy? Interesting. Harp one. Okay. Beautiful. Also, males, don't put off prostate exam. It is important to get that checked. Yes. If you're AMAB, I do highly recommend you get your prostate checked out. It is very, very important for your health. It can be scary, but promise you, not as scary as the alternative. It is so, so important to get that checked out. Please watch out for your health. Honey hitting the gritty, honey hitting the gong. She getting so loud. She's gonna become so, so loud and obnoxious. Let's go. This is just me. Oh my gosh. I found a tweet, a very specific tweet. Dingus, I could be louder. Here's the thing. I know you can. This ain't a competition. I'm just going to be as loud as possible. I thought you didn't need to get that checked until I was 40. So it depends on your age, and as well as your age and your family history. There is nothing wrong with getting it checked out once you're an adult. Even like I don't know what age for prostate exams personally, because I've never had to have one. So I may not be the best person to talk about it with it. But pretty much as soon as you can get checked out for something, I do recommend you get checked out for something, because the more frequently and consistently you get your doctor to check your body, the more likely that if something happens, your doctor will be able to pick it up and be able to treat it before things become a problem. Hopefully nothing will ever be wrong and you will just have peace of mind and know that you are fine if you do constant checkups. But it is so, so important to make sure you do that. And here's the thing. If you have never gone to the doctor and you're like a fully grown adult and you're like, oh, I don't want them to make fun of me, I don't want to be ashamed, like, your doctor should not be shaming you for not going in and seeing them. Your doctor will probably just go like, okay, you haven't done this before, because I have not done blood work before. And one of the frustrating things is when I was visiting my friends like a week ago, I told one of them this, and she was like, what? Honey, you've never had a blood test? And I was like, yeah, that's just, I've never had one before. And she was like, I feel like you gotta have one. And I was like, okay, how often are you supposed to have them? And she went, I don't know. I've had like 3 or 4. And I'm like, then you don't actually know. Why are you saying it like it's a weird thing? I simply did not go because I did not understand what was necessary for it or its importance. Because at the time, I was not really going through any health issues. So why would I need to get a blood test done? And now that I'm an adult, it's really important just to get these things checked out, you know? Blood test for... Yeah, I got a blood test next week. I'm fine with needles as long as I don't have to look at them. Yeah, that's a big thing that I do. I would cover myself with a blanket in order to not look at the needle when I was whenever I was getting shots. I would specifically cover it like a blanket and look the other way. But yeah, blood tests are really dependent on what your health is like. Yeah. So if someone has never gotten like their prostate checked or done a pap test, don't shame them and don't go, oh, you should do that, it's really urgent. Just go like, okay, that's great. It's a good thing you're going to get it checked out, you know? The positive encouragement is good because it means that you are not shaming your friends for not doing something sooner when they probably already feel ashamed. It's sort of like when you get upset at the family dinner and leave, and then when you come back for dinner, your parents are like, well, look who decided to show up. That's the fastest way to get me to go back. I'm like, actually, no. Get out of here. Meta, for instance, the hormone replacement therapy, you need blood work every 3 months to test your hormone levels. Did not know that. That is good to know, actually. All right, harp player. I need to look up reference for harps because I have never played a harp before. Do we want to do a small harp? I feel like a smaller harp might be a good idea. Maybe what's a lute? That is not a lute. I spelled it wrong. Oh no, a lute's literally what I drew before. Lyre is the one I'm thinking of. Lyre player. So that's kind of like a harp, right? Honey with the gong. No one will remain sane. Sure. Are you sure about that? And isn't that kind of good, actually? I could drive people insane. Most people avert their eyes when getting blood drawn out. I need to keep an eye on things in case the nurse messes up. Fair. Friend, you haven't had one, honey. How often do you need one? Friend, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, needles are something I have to look away from or I'll laugh uncontrollably, which is very bad when someone's trying to stick metal in you. Yeah, that can be a little tricky. Sorry, I'm just looking for reference for a lyre right now. And I'm trying to get ones that predate AI. Pre-2022. Okay, that's a bit better. Wow, that really limits the things. How to play lyre. Maybe that'll bring up some up. Okay, so lyres are very interesting. What fascinating. There's so many different kinds. Kind of crazy. You have to specify pre-AI. Yeah. At this point, like, you cannot take anything for granted. AI generation specifically has improved so much. It still is limited as far as I can see, but I have not looked into it really because I'm too busy making art instead of stealing it. So I don't really know. Okay, not a whole lot of these have examples of hand position. How to play lyre. Let me look up a video and try to get a screenshot. How to play lyre with 2 hands. How to play a lyre. How to play the lyre. Those are beginner tutorials. Interesting. Lyres are interesting. Let's see. They're tuning it, and then... Okay, here's the hand position. Oh my gosh. Harps are confusing. Harps are confusing. Because, like, I already did a sitting pose, and sitting poses are fine. Maybe I'll do a standing harp? Standing harp. Is that a thing? No, I don't want to shop for one. I want to look for one. Too many strings? There's a lot of strings in them. Yeah, how do you draw that? Okay. Maybe... Interesting. No shame to getting queasy from needles. I had an external fixator on a broken leg. Seeing the bolts go into my thigh almost made me pass out. Yeah, it's scary. Modern medicine's amazing. Huh. Burning Priest. AI is hit or miss for me. If you have money, absolutely support artists. If you need something quick and strapped for funds, you should not be shamed for using this. I disagree. Because specifically, if you cannot afford it, think about the artists that the generative AI is stealing from. You know? It is unethical to use it. Also, if you use AI, not gonna lie, if you use AI in your marketing, it means that you are cheap, meaning that whatever you are marketing is probably extremely cheap and not worth it. Big Will, thanks for the hydrate. And Johnny, thank you for the posture check. Standing harp is not necessarily unless it's big enough. Yeah. Maybe portable harp? Portable harp. Okay, we're gonna call this a lyre harp. There's no pictures of anyone playing them. What the heck? Playing lyre harp position. Why are there no images? Okay, these are not bad. This one is not bad. This one... They're all sitting, which is the one downside. I was hoping for a standing pose. So instead, what we'll do is... I'm going to grab this just for the hand position. I don't think... I don't know how correct this is, but I'm going to borrow from it anyways. How do... Yeah, I guess this is the closest... Oop, that's a lady singing. Oh gosh. Pumpkin, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. How are y'all doing? Welcome. Donnie Sweep. Let's see. Oh, y'all were playing TMNT. Gotcha. Splintered Fate. Ooh. Is that like a story version? Hi, Pumpkin. Pumpkin, check this out. This was the art we did last stream. I should probably leave this up while I'm looking for reference. Hades in a half shell. Hades in a half shell. Oh, actually, Pumpkin, have you watched the most recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie? The one where they're like, they actually are voiced by teenagers? Because it's very cute. It's extremely cute. I like it quite a bit. It is real fun. By the way, welcome on in, raiders. I hope you're having a lovely day. I hope you had a good week. If not, that's okay. We're here to hang out, chill, have a good time, and relax. I hope y'all had a real good time over at Pumpkin's. Pumpkin, I hope you're doing well. And last I checked, you're recovering, and I hope you're recovering and resting well. But welcome on in, raiders. My name is Honey. It's a pleasure to meet all y'all. Today, we are just drawing myself playing another instrument. And chat voted earlier, we are going to be drawing the harp. And so I'm very excited to start drawing that. I am, however, not sure how to hold a harp. So I'm learning now how professionals hold harps. And it is not a position I would think, but hey ho, that is okay. I'm going to grab this reference from a YouTube video. I'm gonna post it here, and we're gonna use this as a reference for how to draw the position, you know? There's a mini harp that has a guitar strap. What? Okay, what's it called? What's it called, please? Dingus, these are so beautiful. The one on the right has a special kind of charm to it. Yeah. Yeah, it's the singing smugness, I think. Nerdy, gonna be RB. See this hotel is Gatorade? Yeah, take it easy. Get something to drink for you. Okay, I am, however, pounding liters of Pedialyte. What the heck is Pedialyte? Finally fully recovered from COVID, back up and running. Oh, okay, good. I'm so glad. That is rough. Like, I'm glad you took it seriously and rested, because that is so important to recovery. Dr. Pepper successfully slush-fied. Oh, Dr. Pepper sounds delightful right now, actually. But we got Smug Lyre playing, Honey. And Serene Violinist playing. It's very cool. Oh, it's a travel harp. Okay, thank you. Let me look up a travel harp. Travel harp. Because I love harps. They sound beautiful. I don't know how... Oh, that's how they're held. Interesting. They're kind of like, what is it called? They look like, I'll show y'all. They look kind of like, you know, baby harnesses? It's like a baby harness for a harp. That's sick. That's pretty cool. Pedialyte is like the super tasty drink they give at hospitals that hyper hydrates you. It tastes like strawberry jelly. Oh, that's really cool. I did not know that, actually. I didn't know that was a thing. Because, like, all I've got whenever I need hydration is, like, if I really need hydration, I got, like, electrolyte tablets. That helps. especially if I'm dehydrated. Speaking of, a little sippy. Oh, lovely. But okay, looks like we have some reference poses and ideas for the harp playing now. Also, the poses for these are super cute. Thank you. Thank you so much. I used reference. I got a picture of a woman playing the violin and referenced that. So that's why I got the really good pose there. And then I have the... Why does it keep switching? Come on. I have the... Oh yeah, this reference. This reference here of how this person holds the lute. So I got a really good idea of what the anatomy is like for these poses. I cannot stress enough, reference photos. It elevates your art so much. It is so important to reference real live photos and not just art, because the anatomy that you're going to get from art pieces are already exaggerated. So they're good to study, but not great to reference from for anatomy. Pumpkin, is that a gong? Yeah, this was my little warm-up drawing. I was like, what instrument would be fun? And chat did suggest a gong. And so I was like, you know what? Just for y'all. You've been behaving so well. You deserve a little treat. And I drew myself being a chaotic gremlin. It's very interesting. I've only seen big sitting harps and orchestras I've played in. Yeah, I don't suspect the lyres are as common, but they are really, really fascinating. I like the look of them. Bam, ba-dum. A lot of people use Pedialyte for hangovers. Yep. A lot of my friends use electrolyte tablets for hangovers specifically. Alrighty, next up, harp. Let us draw the harp. We have this as reference. We have this as reference. Okay. So we're going to start out with a rough. Probably going to have, because I don't want to have the exact same sitting pose. I've already done that. So let's try to mix it up a little bit. I've already done a downward angle head as well for this. Like if you look at this, this is already a downward head angle. If you want to have a large amount of poses and you want them to feel like they have variety, I would recommend trying to make sure they all have different head angles, because not only can that showcase the different perspectives a character might have for their head angles, but it can allow you to get ideas of what sort of expressions can be emphasized with that particular head angle, you know? Ooh, another harp and lyre reference. Thank you very much, Meta. That's actually very, very good. Something like this might actually be really nice. This might be really nice to reference. Because they play it with the left hand holding the frame and the right hand pulling the strings. Okay. Interesting. Pumpkin gives me the same vibe that those players in orchestras have when playing a slapstick instrument. Full send gremlin. Yes. I love it. I love it so. Oh, it's lovely. Why am I thinking of that now? That's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Apollo? Ooh, is that supposed to be Apollo? That makes sense. He's the god of music, if I'm not mistaken. Music and art. Alrighty. That is not the right color. There we go. Okay. Let's do some potential poses. So instead of up and that way down, let's see. Why not upwards? Like a little singing with the lyre. Little happy singing to go with it. Ian Fleming wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Oh, I don't know who Ian Fleming is. Wolfpack. Hello, I love your art style. It's very cute. Thank you. I developed it myself. It took years. How about using a picture of Spock playing the Vulcan harp? Ooh. Let me look that up, actually. Spock Vulcan harp. The Vulcan lute. Oh, that's a cool instrument, actually. Like, that instrument actually is extremely cool. What the heck? I'll show it to y'all so you can see. This is probably the best image. No, that's not the best image. This is the best image of it. There we go. This is a very good image of it. It just shows how creative you can get with designs of lutes and harps. That is very cool, actually. I love the shape. Not gonna lie, I think your wrist would probably get some sort of carpal tunnel from plucking the strings like that. But I don't actually know. Maybe Vulcans are different. Ian Fleming wrote James Bond. Dang. Zelda playing the lyre might be good. True. I don't want to grab too many references. I think a small pool of live action references is better than art references, personally. The strings being so close together would be wrist nightmare. Yeah, that's my thought. They're so close together, and just look at how his elbow is bent in such a way that does not allow for very good forearm motion, just wrist and finger motion. Like, that cannot be good. That cannot be good for your arm. I'm so sorry, Spock. Your Vulcan ancestors were trying to give each other carpal tunnel. The acoustics of that would be interesting. This is the future, though. Like, supposedly Star Trek is in the future, so maybe they figured that out. Ian Fleming wrote James Bond. He wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang because of the bet that he could never write a successful children's book. What the heck? What an interesting bet. Huh. Let's see. So, I'm probably going to be heavily referencing this particular lyre. It has the most appealing positioning. And I think it has... Oh, hi! Hello, Raiders! Drive-by murder! Issa, who'd you murdered? Issa, what happened? Issa, please! 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 You cannot hide your murder by raiding... just raiding away the witnesses. Welcome on in, Raiders. I hope you had a lovely stream. I hope you had a wonderful time playing Cyberpunk with Issa. I'm sure it was lovely. In case y'all do not know, Issa has a lovely voice. Speaking of, Pumpkin also has an extremely lovely voice. I cannot stress enough. Both of them are beautiful singers. I think y'all would really love listening to them both. And genuinely, if you like listening to music and good singing, check them out. Highly recommend. They are very, very good. If I'm not mistaken, Issa also does all of her covers herself, like the mixing and the... Is it the composing as well, or is it just the vocal mixing? Because I could not recall. I remember you definitely do one, at least. Bum, 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 bum. Dingus, honey, a group of crows is called a murder. Were y'all talking about a murder of crows? Not all, just some, only mixed. Gotcha, yeah, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure you do vocal mixing. I think I've dropped in a couple streams where you've done vocal mixing. It's very cool what you do. I do not understand it, but extremely cool, you know? It's fun to watch another, like, a specialist work in their field, because it's like magic. It is magic that I cannot comprehend. I can only appreciate, you know? Murder of crow? Oh. Bird murder. I see. Welcome on in, Raiders. Pleasure to meet all y'all. My name is Honey. I hope you're having a lovely time today. Also, need to stress, Issa, Pumpkin, thank you so much for trusting me with your communities. If y'all have to go and rest, I absolutely understand. No need to worry about raiding and running. You take care of yourselves. But you're more than welcome to hang out as long as you please. Just got here, so I don't know who's being spoken of. That would be Issa and Pumpkin Potion. Those are the two I'm talking about right now. Hot Rod, thank you for the ear wiggles. Breathing. Right, I gotta breathe. I forgot. Thank you, Johnny, for the breathe redeem. Iso of Murder Chat with a beautiful voice. What a way to go, though. What a way to go. Welcome on in, Raiders. I forgot to say we are also chilling, just taking it easy, and doing art. I'm drawing myself playing a lyre, because I've drawn myself playing a violin, a lute, and now it's time for a lyre. It ought to be fun, you know? Honestly, I prefer a mischief of magpies to a murder of crows. A mischief. That is a lovely name for a group of birds. A mischief. Tanky Loaf. Thank you for the sub with Prime. Welcome on into the tavern. I hope you're doing well. Finding you reminds me I gotta do some stuff. It made me think of D&D item I made this only attunable by goblins, and it's now in my mind I should be working on it. Yeah, if you like, absolutely feel free to work on it. You know, if you're feeling inspired, do it. I'm feeling particularly interested in drawing some instruments and playing what's it called? Playing the lute. Let's see. Let's see if it's the left hand holding it. Maybe I should flip it then. Flip horizontal. If the lute or the lyre is actually like this. I keep calling it a lute. It's a lyre. Something like this. We have the hand position here, the elbow. I like to contrappost, which means tilt the hips and the shoulders in opposite directions, because it adds a lot more life and action to the art piece, I feel. Maybe she's walking around playing the lute. Honey, you should look into Bugs Bunny Heart. I think the scaling fits better to a goblin size. Maybe. The main thing is I don't want to reference too many art pieces. I want to reference like IRL people holding this instrument, because I can get a better idea of the anatomy and not just the already simplified drawings. I draw myself playing a lyre. Where's the light, though? It's right there. It's this thing. The lyre. That's a lyre. Spider's Lyre from Baldur's Gate 3 is a cool design. Ooh, Spider's Lyre. What if I draw her skipping? That might be fun. Just like skipping around in a lovely dress. Then the dress would be up, curled like this. Contrappost? Yeah, so contrappost. I think that's how you spell it. So the main thing with contrapposting is that it is doing this or this. Sorry, this. With the shoulders and the hips. Essentially what you're doing is twisting the spine so that the shoulders are pointing in the opposite directions, or the shoulders are pointing not parallel to the hips. Like they intersect if you draw the line continuously. What this does is it adds a nice amount of movement to your art that can make it feel more lifelike and less stiff and flat. It's Goblin. Thank you for the resub with Prime. Happy 13 months. Loving the stream. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sounds like something you do at the first person to fall asleep is sleepover. Contrapust. So you'll notice I do it a lot in my art. Like I do it here. Here it's less there, but I kind of add a little bit. You could argue that there is a little bit of contrapusting here. Not too much, though. Sorry, I bumped my mic with my hand. Ugh, bad audio. It is almost everywhere in all of my art pieces. I find it is really, really fun to add an extra bit of movement to an art piece. It brings it to life, you know? A lot of what a character is feeling is based on what their face and body language conveys. If a character is more reserved and more shy, their limbs are probably going to be closer to their bodies. They're going to be a little more hunched over sometimes and a little less confident, so they might try to take up less space physically. A more confident person typically takes up a lot more space. Their limbs are far away from their bodies. They have strong lines of action because they know what they want to do. And there are different versions of that, so you can find different ways to push this and emphasize this in a character design as well as character posing. It's really fun. Be bold, be daring, give her scoliosis. Give her back problems. Make her relatable. It's interesting because most of the characters I draw are very confident. I don't draw particularly shy or unconfident characters. This is not because I can't, but because I really like the action that comes with more confident and energetic characters, even though I am not as confident or energetic as these art pieces. Emphasizing them and pushing them in ways that I think can make things a bit more dramatic can be really fun. There we go. Let's push this a little bit more. How does the waist work when hips and shoulders are opposite from one another? The waist. So the waist is kind of, think of it like a cylinder. That you kind of have to study a little bit more anatomy to really grasp this, so it takes time. Because you don't see me drawing it very much here, but my brain already thinks about what the rib cage looks like, as well as the hips. Because I've studied anatomy and humans and bones and how their structures work and how they change based on what the line of action, which is usually their spine, is doing, I already kind of know what they look like underneath because I have studied them. Granted, I have a limited pool of what kind of body types to study, but generally when you think of the torso, it's a little bit of a connecting piece, but with multiple parts. Try to think of it like 3 cylinders. The hips are 1 cylinder. There's one here, and then there's one on the chest. You kind of have to make the middle one flexible so it works with the other 2. Dingus. Honestly, the Humbity I met seems pretty confident. Easily flusterable, but confident enough to ask for a hug. Yeah. Listen. It was an opportunity that I felt I was gonna miss out on if I didn't. I enjoy giving hugs. If everyone is cool with it, then hugs are great. We have the fingers here. Although I may not be as energetic, I do think after years of just being me, I've learned how to be more confident in myself, you know? So let's put the elbow here. The hand perspective of this hand needs a little bit of work. This is all roughs. Let's raise the shoulder a bit here. Yeah, I think raising the shoulder is good for both. Or will it be? I'll mess around with it a bit more. Easy squeezy, I bullied myself into being more confident. If it works, it works. I mean, a lot of it takes time and positive reinforcement. So, in a way, kind of bullying yourself to be more confident might have actually worked. It won't work for everybody, but it might be a method to try. Big Will, thank you for the posture check. Ooh, my back. Oh, I'm thirsty again. Oh, water's delicious. It's so, so good. Must have confidence. It's important. I think the middle cylinder is what confuses me, but thanks for the explanation. No worries. If you are not sure, try to do the pose yourself and take a picture of it. That way you for sure have reference and you can study what works and what it'll do. Getting into a little bit more of the details. Parkour game, thanks for the hydrate, just in time. Noelle, this may seem like an odd non-art question, but still. How would you feel if someone were to use your plush for YouTube plush videos, asking just in case? I think so long as they made it clear that they got it from me. Like, if they're reviewing plushies, I would hope that they're reviewing, like, whose plushies they are. But I don't have any problems with that as far as I can see. Yeah, especially if someone's really excited and just want us to, like, talk about it, you know? I feel like that's important. In case you were wondering if you wanted to create a YouTube video based off them and, like, talk about them, I think that's okay, you know? You're not claiming it as your own or like, being needlessly cruel, I would hope. You know? With confidence comes with practice and comfort. Heck, actors are constantly uncomfortable, but a lot of them are so confident because they have become comfortable being uncomfortable. Easy. I'd always tell myself I was being silly when I imagined what people were thinking about me, which is true. Took time, but eventually I started to believe it. Myth. I'm only as confident as I am because I thrive off uncomfortability. I think that is something that is very true. Not necessarily for everyone, but I think to me this rings true, where if you feel uncomfortable or unconfident, you kind of have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Sit in your discomfort and analyze it. Analyze what makes you uncomfortable and why you're uncomfortable, you know? Because that can lead you to a lot of interesting places. You can find out, hey, maybe this reason that I was uncomfortable doesn't have a reason. Or maybe it does, and I have to examine why that's bad or good, you know? Or how that affects me and other people. Because your discomfort can affect other people. You may not feel it or think it, but everyone has an effect on other people. And I think it's important to analyze that. Is the middle cylinder meant to act as more of a cushion, more or less? Kind of like a cushion, yeah. Think of your torso. When you feel your chest, you can feel your pectorals, but you can also feel the bones of your rib cage underneath. You can feel your rib cage, and right where they meet, which is the breastbone, and then way below that to right before your hips turn into your torso, you have your hip bones. You can feel the hardness of your hip bones. But think of what's protecting your stomach. It's not a whole lot. Your stomach has its muscles, yes, your abdomen. But it is very squishy. You can feel your stomach. You can press into it. It is meant to be flexible so that you can bend forward and lean back. It is a more vulnerable piece of your body, and it is much more flexible by necessity. If it was not flexible, you would not be able to twist and turn and move as freely as you do now. You know? So think of it as kind of a squishy, not necessarily water balloon, but you know those like sausage tube plastic toys where if you grab them and squish them, they continually go up, you know? And you can squish them forever. It's kind of like that. You just imagine that's kind of in the center of your body. It's a very soft part of my body. It's a very soft part of everyone's body. Like, the majority of people are very soft in their stomachs. That is okay. That is good. You know? You want to have a strong core, but it doesn't have to not be soft. The layer of fat over top of your stomach and your body is meant to protect it and store energy. It is important to note that having a super well-defined body is oftentimes the result of genetics and dehydration in terms of movie stars. Being dehydrated is what makes your muscles look so defined. But it is very bad for you to be dehydrated for prolonged periods of time. It gives you headaches and all sorts of problems. So a lot of actors that are dehydrated for sets have to work through that to look good for camera. And I feel like that is not a realistic standard for people to live up to, you know? Sean Shea dehydrated? Yeah. So that's actually a problem for bodybuilders, and specifically like ones that are for like bodybuilding showcases and posing, is because of the low fat content necessary to show off your muscles and the dehydration you do to show off your muscles. There is actually a risk of tearing your skin because your muscles, your body will not have enough fat and liquid in its skin and covering the muscles to actually stretch. Instead, they will be kind of withered and weaker just for the sake of showcasing muscles. So it's really dangerous. I would not recommend doing it unless you are talking to a professional. But even then, in terms of like your everyday life, it's not really going to be sustainable. Fat in my core? Oh, I'm not able to build enough fat in my body for that. Some people legitimately have that problem, actually, where like some people have a hard time gaining the weight they need to be considered healthy, and it is no fault of their own. It is tricky for there to air quotes be an ideal weight is not necessarily true of what humans and people really feel and need, because everyone's body is different. Everyone looks different. Everyone has different physical needs. It is not one size fits all, because we are not all the same, and that's okay. Dingus. Also, size does not equal strength necessarily. Strength training and size training are two different things. Strength training will give you some size, and size training will give you some strength, but they're not one and the same. Yes. That was actually something I realized very recently, where I was not super big in terms of musculature. I was rather average in terms of like fitness, but I was able to lift a lot more than what some of my friends could lift, and it was kind of deceptive. But what it was is I was training to be capable of lifting things rather than what it looked like. I was not training to look a particular way or build specific muscles. I was training to be stronger. And it was really important to me that I was capable of doing some of those things, like lifting. I love doing deadlifts. I can't do them as much anymore because it's been a long time that I've been training. All right, I feel like called out because I haven't been hydrating as often as I was earlier. Same. Let me get a little sip. No, to clarify, I meant using it specifically in a plush video where it's being used as any random character in a story to create one. Oh, go for it. Yeah, absolutely go for it, Noel. Thank you for asking. It's always fun to credit where you got the plushies too, because that way if people are curious, they can find it. I will say, even though mine was discontinued makeshift, like my makeshift campaign ended, so they're not selling them anymore. Perhaps the next one, though. It'll be interesting. Utilitarian muscles versus glamour muscles. The word glamour is kind of true. I feel like it doesn't fully encompass how great it can be, because training to look a particular way can be extremely affirming for someone's body. And the word glamour can sometimes make it feel kind of vain. There is a level of vanity that I think is acceptable, and it's more than most people would think, you know? I think in a way it is great to be into yourself and appreciate your appearance, you know? Romanticize yourself. See the good in yourself and the things that you enjoy about it. Because when you start doing that, people's opinions on how you look and how you should look hold a lot less sway over your well-being. And I think that's really good. We're good. I know I haven't been in chat much, but could I get words of affirmation, please? You're okay. I think you'll be okay. Things are rough right now, and that happens. But it doesn't mean that things are going to be rough forever. It is just for now. It's not forever. Myth, if you look good, you look good. And that's great. But don't harm yourself or others over it. Yeah, exactly. If you're referring to self-love, that's easier said than done. Here is an interesting thing that I realized recently. I have not had this problem as much, although everyone goes through periods of not feeling themselves. For the most part, I have less of a problem loving myself because I tied a lot of my identity into what I am capable of doing, such as art, as well as into like my relationships with my family. But before you can practice self-love, it might be best to practice self-neutrality. Self-neutrality is really important. It's kind of the feeling of expressing like, I may not love the body I'm in, but I accept that it can do so much. I can do particular activities that I enjoy. It keeps me alive. It keeps me going so I can experience these things that I really enjoy. And then slowly start building that up to, I like this about myself, rather than necessarily an aspect of grateful or coming at it from an angle of gratefulness. You can turn it into a much more positive feeling, not just a good enough feeling. Because self-neutrality is sometimes going good enough. Finish, not perfect. And then you build up to the feeling of, yes, I am happy with this. I enjoy this part of myself. So glad I found your channel tonight. Glad to be here for the stream. Thank you. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good one. Bloodhouse. I remember seeing a clip of a bodybuilder and a rock climber do bicep curls on a machine. The rock climber was able to do much more without getting tired. Yep. I think both of them are fine. To work out specifically for glamour muscles is not bad. I think that's okay. Just like how I think working out to have utilitarian muscles is also okay. Neither is necessarily bad, and one should not be disparaged or held as better than the other. Because bodybuilders looking to change their appearance are kind of affirming their identity and how they feel about their bodies by shaping it into what they want. You know? It's kind of like gender affirming procedures. It very much can help you feel more at ease with how you look and your body. You know? Thinking of like when AFAB people get like breast implants or even breast reduction. It is to make them feel more like how they wish to feel about their bodies. You know? Same thing with AMAB people, assigned male at birth people getting rib implants or rib extensions to make their rib cage wider and give them a more triangular masculine feel. These are all gender affirming. But even more than gender affirming, they are self-affirming. I don't know if gender affirming is quite the right word, but they are physically affirming traits, you know? Yeah, it's not quite rib implants. I know that this is a thing that trans masc people have specifically to make their rib cages be wider. But there is, I think they add something to the ribs to make them wider, to make them feel more masculine. You get rib extensions? Not really an extension. I might have misused the word, but there is something for that. Let me see what it's called. Rib extension? Is that it? Rib operation for trans masc. If I remember correctly. Is it rib removals? I don't know if that's it. But yeah. There's a lot of different things that people do to make their appearance more what they want. Not exactly a pretty procedure. Most procedures are not. But what the important thing is that people can have the bodies that they would like to have, you know, in a way that will be helpful to them and is not just societal pressure to look a certain way. You know, it's tricky because so much of how we look is based on who we idolize and who we're taught to look up to, such as public figures, movie stars. And that can sometimes be very unhealthy. So it's a delicate balance of figuring out what you want versus what you're trained to want, depending on how you're raised, like AFAB or AMAB, you know? It's tricky. Dang, surgery is inherently not pretty. The blood and bones, that is. Yeah, surgery is not pretty. But a lot of the times it is necessary. Like, when you break your bones, you need surgery. Not pretty, but I'm glad the technology and doctors know how to do it. Oh. Go back. Hi, Donna. Welcome in. Magetsu Uzumaki, thank you for the resub. Happy 22 months. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely day. Hi, Jackson. Welcome in. What's got this goblin drawing so gosh darn happy? I don't know. I'm just happy. There's a lot of art ideas I have and things I want to draw and create. And that makes me happy. And so a lot of the times, the art I make is quite happy too. All right, let's do a corrections pass. Because this is a good rough, I feel like I can adjust this more. Let's push this a bit more. So it's a little bit more like dancing and skipping. The balance is a bit better this way. Grab the reference. Scooch it over here. Surgery is gruesome. I looked at that at my dentist's drills and I swear he bought them at Home Depot. Yep. Surgery is... It is potentially scary, but it is genuinely a greater good thing by a lot. Dono, I love your VTuber design so much. Thank you. I made it myself. I'm glad you like it. How do you find an art style? Is it just a sense of comfort or familiarity? That's a great question, Juice. So, I have had this... I've held this belief for a while, and I will express it now, because I feel like it's important for people to know. An artist's style is just a compilation of what they like, their muscle memory, and what they have learned. So there is no way to completely mimic a style the same way another artist will draw, because an artist is constantly learning and their style is constantly evolving. You are constantly changing and constantly growing. There are pieces of your old self sprinkled into your new work, but it will just continually change, and that's great. Music low for anyone else? I can turn it up if y'all want. Bam, bam, bam. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Donna Fly constantly hate my drawings? That's okay. Drawing is learning, and it is tricky. Oh boy, is it ever tricky. It takes a lot of practice to get comfortable with your own art. You are not going to immediately be good at it, you know, when you start a new thing. And even if you've been drawing for a long time. But you gotta constantly treat yourself as a baby. You wouldn't be mad at a baby for not grasping the depth of a composition, would you? They're learning. They're trying to understand how to be good you know, and grow. So you gotta encourage that, not ask them why they're not doing better. Praise the effort and take note of the successes and failures, because you can learn from them. If I like something more than a week, it's a miracle. Because I like getting better, I might be mad at baby. Yeah, it's hard not to get mad at baby, but kind of treat yourself like a baby. You know? It's hard. Jackson, every time I draw my characters, I get upset at how crappy the body looks and nothing has been able to help. A lot of that will boil down to practice and studying anatomy of people. This is the answer that people hate the most with art. It takes a lot of practice, because practice does not make perfect. Practice makes progress. You will never reach perfection, and that's good, because once you reach perfection, you stop growing. You limit yourself, you know? I feel like I don't have a style since I try to draw like how others draw when I see their characters in OCs. That's okay. Learning how to draw and find your own style is tough, because a lot of it is when you try to create something on your own of pieces of the styles that you enjoy. You won't always end up with a result you like, but you'll learn more about the results, you know? Love those vibes. I make music, and how you are gets me motivated to practice more. Oh, good. Thank you, Ren. Glad you like it. I'm glad you like the vibes. So, hi, Portal Master. Bum, bum, bum. I think it clicked once I realized there was more than one way to draw the body, because I always only draw one certain style for body, being mostly boxes, but it can change. Yeah, I think that's true. Your style and what you need from the art can change. Have the elbow here. What are your thoughts about art tutorials and master studies? Study from art refs. I do recommend studying them, actually, Artie. So one of the things they get you to do when you're learning art is you go into art museums and try to mimic a painting on the wall. Usually it's a Renaissance artist, so you can try to do the exact same piece on your own. This is a great way to learn because it allows you to break down the artist's style. Even if you watch them draw it, sometimes you don't understand how they got there until you draw it yourself. Because you're not just going to learn their process, you're going to learn your own and the way you do it. Because sometimes the way you do an art piece might not be the most efficient or best way to do it. But that might be how you do it. Granted, if you have an art teacher, they can help direct you. They can help tell you, like, what's the best place to start? Do you study the composition? Do you study the lighting first? Like, what do you do before you start the piece? And generally, I would say work on the composition as well as the textures if you're working with fine art, and the anatomy if you are working on just human form. It really depends on what you are studying in the art piece. Okay, studying other people like made a huge difference? Yes, it does. I used to do that. I studied Mike Mignola's style a little bit, as well as a lot of other artists that I really enjoyed. And it made me much better as an artist because I started to understand their processes and understand my own and my own limitations and how I think. Did you mention Renaissance in particular for a reason? Usually when you go into art galleries, like the Renaissance style is usually what people try to study and learn because of how detailed it is. That granted, this is not for everyone's art education, because sometimes you can study abstract pieces or sculptures. You can study a lot of different pieces, not just the one type. Renaissance is usually what you learn the most about, though, if you're into life drawing. Because of Da Vinci. Nerd. I learned to mess with my own art style. I jump all over the place with proportions and stuff, and I found myself slowly cementing on my own creative fingerprint through it. It's hard. It's good practice, though. I've been studying people's styles a lot and haven't been doing full pieces, and it made a huge difference when I did a full piece. It makes a big difference. It's very cool once you get the hang of it, you know? You learn it and then your brain's like, oh, I get it now. And then you learn something. That's just art. It's just you keep going and you keep going, oh, I get it now forever. It's great. It's good for learning. Let's see. There we go. We got the hand here. Kind of love my art having a more chaotic style. Yeah. Nothing wrong with having a more chaotic style. That is absolutely okay. Then we have the hand here. Now I have to adjust the body type. Let's reference this. So about this large. We're gonna grab this. And I'm gonna use this as reference for the body proportions. Because I like the body proportions I did here. What if I grab this? No, I think that's fine. Welcome on in, Rachel. I need deep help with the anatomy because I could draw poses very well. It's just the anatomy. So, Donna, what you might want to try is life drawing or figure drawing. So it is a timed drawing where there's usually a reference picture or, if you're in class, a fully naked model standing in front of you and you study their anatomy. The teacher will guide you and teach you how to look at the bones and the structures of their muscles and how their skin hangs on the body. It is very, very good for learning. I do recommend, there are some YouTube channels that do timed figure drawing. So do check those out. They're closed just because of YouTube's TOS. I'm watching and learning a lot. I'm more of a visual learner due to my ADD. I don't do well with art books. Absolutely fair. Everyone learns differently, and that is okay. Let's see, if the rib cage is up here, it'd actually be a little higher. The one thing I don't like is that this pose is kind of similar to the violin pose, just looking at the body. I'm kind of picky about what kind of body poses I do because I don't like to repeat them, especially on the same page, but maybe that's something I gotta get over. Rachel, thank you for the 400 shinies. So happy to see you again. Thank you. Thank you very much. And Yucky, thank you for the breathe redeem. You could always do a jumping split like a ballerina. That's true, I could. But I think I also need to make peace with the fact that not every pose is going to be unique. Linus, thanks for the hydrate. I'm actually out of water. I will be 1 sec. I'm just going to grab it real quick. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, where did she go? And nobody knows. This reminds me of when I was playing peekaboo with my nephew. My dad kicked my butt in pickleball and now I'm very sore. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for keeping me humble. Thank you, Blast. My throat. Whew, your what is sore? My butt. My butt is sore. I was playing pickleball with my dad the other day. Oh, he kicked my butt. Oh. Absolutely was so sore. It's good. It means I worked out my muscles good though. I forgot. I have a little bit of salmon and cream cheese. Pretty good. And pretty delicious. Pickleball? Yeah, pickleball. I know it's a weird sounding game, but it's real. It's quite fun. Smoked salmon? Yeah, smoked salmon. Smoked salmon on cream cheese bread. Mm. Mm. Is the Breathe Redeem to help you reset the breathing cycle? It sounds like holding your breath a few times and it piqued my curiosity. So, also, Meta, thank you for the ear wiggles. So, it is a problem that I had when I first started streaming and persisted, and it still happens, where I will talk and get so nervous and ramble, and I will forget to breathe. So, the Breathe Redeem is literally to remind me to breathe. It's so that I don't forget. Because sometimes I will forget. It's not good for me to not breathe. The way you say it's real makes me think of the boy who cried wolf. It is real though. It's absolutely real. It's a real sport. I need to stress this. It's a real sport. Look it up. Couple night, thank you for the posture check. I gotta stretch. What? Hash honey, please breathe. Yeah, I know. I know. Your model's genuinely so enamoring. I love you and your art so much. I literally just followed. Welcome on in, Chalk. I hope you're doing well. I made it myself. Thank you. But yeah. Doing pretty good. Nice anatomy corrections. I'm liking them. This is good practice for me. Getting more goblin-y proportions out. One sec. I had bread in my teeth. Thirsty. Hydrated salmon and cream cheese, freshly stretched. Content gobbo for sure. A content gobbo for sure. Living deliciously. So I looked up and it's been a while. No wonder my school years didn't cover in PE. Cover what? We're talking about Trolls 4 or Ice Age 4? Neither right now. I took a stretch and my foot began to cramp. I think that's you need more potassium or magnesium. One of the ums. Stretching more is also good, and getting a good amount of sleep and hydration, because sometimes that can be because of salt, if I'm not mistaken, like too much salt. You drugged goat cheese? I love goat cheese, Dingy. It's delicious. It's so good. Goat cheese with baked beets and butternut squash. Oh, delicious. So good. I like it so much. Excuse me. Goat milk fudge. I've never tried that. I'm not usually a fudge person. I've had a couple fudges where I'm like, okay, this is actually really, really good. I would eat a bunch of this. But not too many. I'm not too much of a sweet person, actually. Get that. Maybe I'll emphasize this a bit more. Alright. Looks pretty good. I wonder if I had the eyes open. That could be cute. Like kind of a one eye winking thing. It's right that you're running a tavern by day. You actually run a tavern, or is that what your persona? Persona. I remember my customer service days. Oh, they were tricky. I worked in many a places. Honestly, the ones that gave me the most nightmares after I quit was customer service. Not gonna lie. Thank you, Passel. Thank you, Meta. Still get nightmares from mine, and that was 4 years ago. Oh, homie, yeah. They slowly start to fade out, but every once in a while they catch you by surprise. I still get high school nightmares. I'm not in high school anymore. I still get high school nightmares. My most recent ones are being late to French and math class and not having done the homework, and I'm like, please, I've already graduated. I don't need to be here. Yeah, so my brain likes to be silly. My brain likes to be silly like that. I have so many nightmares about my pizza delivery job. Honestly, people who do customer service should get paid so much more. Are you kidding me? Everybody deserves a livable wage. I didn't memorize my lines for drama one time. Oh, okay. One that I used to get while I was in high school actually was the being naked in class dreams. And it was very frustrating because it's like, come on, man, I know this is a dream. It's not even like anyone was making a big deal of it while I was in class. It was just I was naked in my dream in class. No one was being weird. It was literally just you're naked. No one's making a big deal out of it, but you're naked. And I'm like, come on. Really? Really? Yeah, thankfully I don't really get those much more. Very funny. I start working with customer service on Monday. Everyone deserves a livable wage. I really respect and appreciate people in customer service. People in customer service have the most patience ever. If you meet someone in customer service who has no patience, believe me, it is most likely because it is warranted. Their lack of patience is probably warranted. I was getting dreams and nightmares about college and high school. Thankfully, I didn't really have nightmares about college. I'm very fortunate for that. Don't speak too soon, knock on wood. But I think it was because in college you can opt into it, you know? You can be like, yeah, I want to do this. Versus in high school, you're like, I'm stuck here for a long time. I gotta be here. And so that's kind of the difference. Is you choose to be in post-secondary. You don't choose to be in high school. Getting dreams in American college. I've had much dreams of my regrets because why not? I think that might be something to work through. Dreaming about your regrets is tricky. Might need to process that one. I think this is a little more cartoony than the rest of them. So I'm going to style match. Probably make the mouth a little smaller. Let me scooch it down a little bit. Now we'll scooch down afterwards. Been working at Safeway since 2011. Strangely, I rarely have nightmares about it. I mean, if you feel like you're not having nightmares about your customer service job, that's good. I'm glad you don't. Would it be better or worse if everyone worked in customer service? I feel like the world would be a better place if everyone had to do mandatory 2 years of customer service work. And try to live off of that, you know? I feel like that would be... A lot of people would be way more understanding and kind to customer service. Alright, let's do the clothes. Let's see, what kind of clothes? Better either way, I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see. A good outfit. Let's do a little bit like of a something you'd see at a Ren fair, like a little jester. Not quite a jester, but like a little bard running around. A little bit of the sleeveless dress, but with the armbands. I feel like that'd be fun. And then have them tie at the wrist. You know when you have those like those silk capes that tie at the wrists? I feel like that would be a really fun one to have on this dress. Let's see. Something like this. I gotta look up reference for that, or I just gotta get better at fabrics, honestly. Bubble Lover. YouTube recommended me a clip and I got mesmerized by your face animations and heard short but strong and gay, and the next thing I knew I was here. Your art's super pretty. Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Let me get a little closer. I'm a little small on screen. Yeah, that's a bit better. That feeling when knee surgery tomorrow? Oh, I hope you're doing well, itty bitty, and I hope it helps you out. I hope it goes well. Almost close enough to boop to snoot. Almost. Almost close enough for it. Oh, they're doing okay? They're gonna be heading to bed soon. It's almost 5 a.m. Jeez. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm super glad I could catch you live to say hi. Welcome in. Thank you for coming to say hi. It's very kind of you. Bam, 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 bam. Mm-hmm. Ba-da-da, ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-da-da, ba-ba, ba-ba. And then the skirt. We can have the little sandals. No, actually, make it boots. I don't feel like drawing feet. I just realized, I was like, wait a minute. No, I don't feel like drawing feet. Actually. Your weakness? Feet. Yes. I'm not good at drawing them. Look, like, listen. Feet ain't my strong suit. I'm be so for real. I could stand to be better at it. But I don't wanna draw feet. It would be good for me, actually. Drawing feet would actually make me a good, better artist. Legitimately. I could stand to be better at it. Can we don't? Could be cool, baby, she said as she cried. Listen, I don't like drawing feet so much that my brain went, I'm learning how to draw backgrounds so I can avoid learning how to draw feet. So perhaps this is actually a net win. I'll simply minimize the tab. No. No. Dingy, no. My weakness is figure and hands. My strength is environment. Opposite, Gaia. We got the opposite. Anatomy and hands. Easy peasy. Love them so much. Backgrounds. I don't... Oh. Perspective is so hard. Perspective is so hard. Dinky, I hate feet so much. Here's the thing. I am gonna sound so... I'm gonna say this so carefully. Because legitimately, feet are just differently proportioned hands, and they are really fascinating to draw. However, because of how the internet works, I can't draw feet and have people be normal. I just don't want to risk that. Legitimately, drawing feet is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And it can be fun, just like how I find it fun to draw hands. But I don't want people to be weird about it. Because here's the thing. A lot of people that are into feet are not actually publicly weird about it. They are very respectful. As are most people with not strange, but like kinks that are not for me. It's the ones who do it for the meme. The ones who jump in for the meme and start making it really weird and a joke about it. That's the ones where I'm like, I'd rather y'all didn't. The air quotes ironic ones. Yeah. Because there are legitimately people with a thing for feet that I have seen their content and they're very respectful about it and they know when the time and place to talk about it is. That is the very nice thing, is a lot of people who are actually in that community are very respectful of it. It's the ones that are playing it up for a meme where they don't really know when to quit, you know? Mm-hmm. Like the sniff emote as soon as they see feet. Yeah. It's like, let people's bodies exist, you know? Not everything is a sexual joke. Also, for a lot of these people with these particular kinks and fetishes, to them it is not a joke. That is what they are really into. And I don't want to shame someone because they like something different, especially if it is between consenting adults. Like, I have no reason to object or make fun of that. It's like if someone made fun of me for what I like. I wouldn't feel particularly good about it. I would feel very bad. And I don't want to make someone feel like that. There's times and places for everything. Exactly. Yeah. It's funny because my streams are a little less memey than a lot of other streamers, and that is okay. We are all doing different things and enjoying making different kinds of content. Doesn't mean we all have to be the same, you know? Just because someone has a joke in their community doesn't necessarily mean it carries over to another. We always got to be careful to read the room. That's why a lot of the times when I start hanging out in others' chats, I keep it very, very vanilla cordial, you know? And then after you're more engrossed in the community, you can sort of get into it, you know? And gently try to understand how to participate without making it weird, you know? Dingus, agreed. I try to emphasize this is not for me rather than this is a thing is gross. The way you phrase things is important. Yes. Language is incredibly important. It is incredibly complex too. Not everyone is going to understand the message you convey based on the words you say because things can be interpreted differently so much. Just think about Death of the Author. Just because someone made something or says something doesn't mean it's going to be interpreted in the way they intended, unfortunately. Destin, the problem happens when the vocal minority when it comes to those kinds of things. They have an unfortunate tendency to overplay things and make it uncomfortable for most people as well. Yep. Thank you for the reminder, Johnny. We'll save this. Little Control S. All right, I think we're good to start doing the line art. I'm just putting the layer on top right there. Don't worry, I'll fix this. I got this. Turn that down a little bit. Y'all can barely see it. I know. This is part of the process. Oh gosh. Hello, Joel. How's it going? Welcome on in, Raiders. How are y'all? Let me show y'all the other piece I was working on. There we go. Y'all can see the art pieces I was working on earlier. Welcome on in, Raiders. I hope you're having a lovely day and taking it easy. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, right round. But also, I hope y'all are doing well. How was your stream? Oh, I hope you had a wonderful time. Welcome on in, Raiders. In case y'all do not know me, my name is Honey. It is a pleasure to meet all y'all. I am a goblin who mostly does art and plays FromSoft games. For the most part, right now, we're doing art because it's very relaxing and fun, and it's like how I like to de-stress after a stressful week. So we're chill. We're taking it easy. But also, people here, if y'all have not met Joel, very funny. Very, very cool content creator. I think y'all will really like heading over to Joel's. Very much high energy and very, very cool voice. Very, very fascinating design for a VTuber. I think y'all will really like being over there. It's a lovely place to be. Let's see. Oh, you're doing Minecraft. Oh, were y'all doing the Pokemon Minecraft again? Spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Now it's stuck in my head. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh, you're doing a sock puppet. Oh right. I saw that you're doing a sock puppet show with Sayu, if I remember correctly. I think it was Sayu. But yeah, fascinating. I'll have to check out the VOD. I haven't seen sock puppets in so long. Oh. That's lovely. Minecraft was a smaller, relaxing thing? Oh, gotcha. I started playing Minecraft not too long ago. My friends, we call them dirt eater games, where you're kind of just constantly building things. You're constantly scavenging to build the next thing and then building houses. I did not realize how much Minecraft was just survival. It's survival in a not like violent sort of way, not like survival games, but it's kind of just like the best way to describe it is dirt eating, and I find that really cool. Seeing so many VTubers in that Pokemon Minecraft is something to behold. It's interesting. I have not had time to play Minecraft between commissions and doing my own stuff. But yeah. Oh, I love VTubers. I love VTubers. They're so cool. They're so, so cool. I like them so, so much. They're fascinating. The way people choose to represent themselves is so interesting to me. It's not like I'm going to psychoanalyze them. It's just like, wow, you thought of this concept and then you carried out from design to cutting to rigging to debuting, and it's beautiful to see. It's so much art and I love it. Ah, VTubers, so damn awesome. Speaking of howdy, howdy Johnny. VTubers are extremely cool. But also, Joel, if you gotta head out, if you gotta raid and run, absolutely no worries. Take care of yourself. I know you put so much into your streams, and I know at the same time it must also take a lot out of you. So thank you for trusting me with your community. Big love. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Now, I remember when I was taking voice class, we made sock puppets at one point to practice making character voices. Puppets are very good for that stuff. Puppets are great. I love puppets so much. The Jim Henson Company does such great work. I was watching The Dark Crystal, and it is so, so good. It's so good. I love it. Because, honestly, VTubing is basically puppeting, just with a different type of avatar. I'm only recently... Oh, what's that? I'm catching up with chat. Big love. Thank you, Joel. Big love. I love Dark Crystal so much. Oh, gosh. Randomer, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so, so much. It's so kind of you. Yeah, many, exactly. Being a VTuber is kind of like piloting a mech. You gotta learn how it moves, how you have to move to make it move smoothly or in a way that you want, and calibrate it to your tastes. It can take a lot of practice and a lot of work, but I think it is worth it in the end. Randomer, thank you for the 200. 200 shinies, I should say. With so many new faces, it only seems appropriate to donate some subs to spread the humble sweetness of this cute little goth. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, Dark Crystal, Fraggle Rock, so many good shows with puppets. Bum, 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 bum. And Destin, thank you for the gifted sub to Joel. Oh gosh, there's a hype train now. Be Friends, thank you for the 100 shinies. I've seen this floating around, but it bears repeating. VTubers are just modern day Muppet performers. They are. They really are. Also, Meta, thank you for the hydrate. I do appreciate it. But welcome on in, Raiders. We are just chilling. I'm drawing myself playing some instruments. We have done a violin, we have done a lute, and we are currently working on a harp. Sorry for the flashbang. It's, I'll turn this down a little for y'all. There we go, you can kind of see it. Doing a harp with a different outfit, so I hope y'all will enjoy. I'm literally listening to a Minecraft playlist right now. Sometimes VTubing is even wrestling. Very true. It's very much like wrestling in that it's overemphasizing a persona and a personality trait sometimes. Not necessarily all the time, but it can be. Jeez. Coraliva, thank you for the 1,000 shinies. And Blueril, thank you for the 100 shinies. That's a lot. Meta, thank you for the posture check. And the hydrate. Oh my gosh. Oh. Fluff, I'm a follower of you. Can't wait to enjoy your stream. Thank you. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I'll probably go for another hour-ish, because I am going to stream tomorrow at 9 a.m. PDT or noon EST. So I don't want to stay up too late. But for today, we're probably going to stay up another hour just line arting this. And then maybe tomorrow morning we'll finish it off. Draconic Mist, thank you for the breather, Deem. You know what's a weird artist I associate with Minecraft? Owl City. When I listen to a song from Owl City, I want to play Minecraft. Maybe it's the bleep boops in it. Like the bleep boops. Flip Flop, thank you for the 100 shinies. I keep recommending my friends to you. Very comfy art. Wow, much art. Wow, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you've been enjoying it here, and thank you for recommending me. It's flattering that you would like what I do so much that you'd be like, yeah, I feel like sharing this. Thank you. All right. Features, head base, body, I'm just making a bunch of layers. Body, instrument. Bum, 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 bum. Too bad you have to wake up early today. I'll be watching the watch party for Arcane. Have fun! Listen, worth it. Worth it. I'm gonna take my time watching Arcane season 2. I'm gonna chill, watch it nice and slow, probably not all at once, because they are long episodes. And I'm gonna enjoy it, because it's not being released all at once either. So I'm gonna pace myself and take it easy. I think that'll be good for me. Yeah, that's the right size. I like your Ush style, super cute. Thank you. Thank you very much. I am glad y'all like it. I worked hard to grow my art skills. Thing is, I just don't want the internet to spoil me. This is the one time I ever care so much about not being spoiled. I legitimately got rid of Twitter on my phone. I still have it. My account is still up. Don't worry. But it's off my phone so I don't scroll forever, but also so I don't get spoiled. It's nice. Here's the thing. If I enjoy watching something, it will be good regardless of if I am spoiled or not. So I'm not too worried about it. However, it is nice to know that I won't be getting spoiled. I guess I'm about to do the same. Honestly, the amount of time I spend on Twitter, it's good for me to do that. I think it was a smart decision of me to get rid of it. It's not like I deleted the app permanently. It's just no longer on my phone, you know, or like not on my home screen. How to the hand model after this art look cool? Thank you. It's a game called V-Hand. It's customizable hand that you can use for art streams. Dingus, I love being right. It certainly is fun. It's fun. Sometimes it sucks to be right, but sometimes it's nice. Destin, thank you for the 200 shinies. Dingus is right. I should give more shinies to Hamdi. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Thank you for the level 3 hype train, y'all. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Also, hello Tia, how's it going? Tia, you have a new model coming out, right? Did I hallucinate that, or did you post about that already and you were like, new model? I could have sworn I saw that. In case y'all are wondering, Tia is also a Goblin VTuber who is making a new model. Tuesday! It's Tuesday! Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how your skills have progressed. Let's go! Bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum, bum. Birthday stuff is... Oh, it's your birthday! Let's go. Birthday debut, baby. Just finished the 3 S's. Made mama coffee and got myself some apple juice. What's happening around here? Not much, Jaded. Just chilling, doing some art and taking it easy. La. Jasper, thank you for the 100 shinies. I fell asleep shortly after stream started, but I'm awake enough to say goodnight because sleep takes me. Too tired for usual shenanigans. Honey's cute, so everyone shouted at her. You're all cute too. I have a long day of being sick and having rotting toothache while throwing 2 Many thousands of tires ahead of me tomorrow and Sunday before I can get tooth ripped out next week. Oh, good luck, Jasper. Good night. I hope you get some sleep. I hope tomorrow goes okay. I found aircraft spoilers to be a drag. I feel like I almost understand that joke. If it is a joke indeed. I need to keep... Dad joke? Yeah, I figured. Myth, wow, it's late. I should probably go snag some dinner real quick. Y'all best behave here. I'll be having no unscrupulous fellows. You take it easy, Myth. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. If not, that is okay. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Oops. Corliva, I'll be heading off now. Have fun drawing. Thank you. Thank you for coming by and saying hi. I hope you have a good rest. Myth, oh, not leaving, just lurking? Okay. All good. Alright, head base time. Humming's very soothing. Thank you. I've been told I have a very mom voice, which, fair. I understand. I think that cheek is a little too big. Or maybe it actually does work. The roundness might work with it. How did I do it? Yeah, just the roundness here. Okay. I think that'll do for now. And your voice is so pretty. Thank you. I haven't been singing much today, but that's okay. Now that the weather's getting colder, my throat's getting a little drier, unfortunately, so I'm trying to figure out how to adjust for it. Always love your amazing style and how amazingly animated your VTuber rig is. Super good with it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Goblins are like onions and ogres. They have layers. True. We all have layers, don't we? I think that works a bit better. Hello, Jake. Welcome in. As much as I like this time of the year, hate when my lips get dried. Oh my gosh, yeah. My lips have been cracking at the corners. So, the change in temperature, baby. It's been a little rough. That's okay. Ooh, that song's good. For your lips, definitely recommend sleeping with like petroleum jelly on them. Just a small amount like chapsticks. My lips hardly chap or crack now because of it. Ooh, it's a nighttime thing then. Okay, okay. Had a moment to stretch your wrists and forearms? Yeah. Nothing wrong with a little stretch, even if there is no redeem. Oh, go for my back. Oh, nice. Every artist quits hitting Control Z right before they're about to strike it big. They get the line they want. Isn't that how that works? You stop hitting Control Z and you get the line. Finally. The big one. The one you've been searching for. I had a character concept for a D&D campaign of a goblin maid that was a battle master fighter. Ooh, cool! Using a mop and cleaning utensils for fighting, inspired by the game Goblin Cleanup. And then I saw your character's art, which is how I found you, and just fell in love with the whole concept. Love your character. It's so well made and pretty. Thank you! Thank you very, very much. I'm glad. I hope you have fun creating a character based off of that concept. How am I gonna make this connect? Maybe I'll put it up here. That might work better. I should also be drawing right now, but I'm trapped under a cat. That is okay. Enjoy it while you can, you know? The cat ain't gonna be there forever. The cat just wants to spend a little time with you. Is this Penhand thing for a VTube Studio only? No, this is actually a game that anyone can get. It's called V-Hand. It is very cool. I think it's about $10, maybe a little more, but it's quite good. You get to customize your own hand and make it look like what you want, and you just overlay it. It's not visible to you, but it's visible for stream because you set it up as a game. It's very cool. Tater Tot, thank you for the earwiggles. Here's the funny thing. You can see how my art style changes from day to day, because this is so much more animated and bouncy versus this much more serene looking one. Because even though I'm going for this one, sometimes my art still comes out cartoony, and that's okay. Sometimes, a lot of the times actually, art is very inconsistent. A lot of the artists you admire, sometimes we don't know why it turns out the way it does. Some people have exactly, like, perfectly been able to make what they want, and it shows. It's amazing to see them draw. Me, I kind of just go with it. Lean into whatever it looks like sometimes. It can make it a little tricky in terms of making it look exactly the way I want, but I still enjoy the process. That line doesn't quite look right. I think it should be here. I think the ear looks too small, actually. Gotta make it larger, I think. How many windows do you have open for this now? How many games do you open? So when I stream, I have about 3 games open constantly, just for art streams. I have V-Hand, I have VTube Studio, and I have VBridger. So those are 3 Steam games. That is just to capture the model. That is not including the fact that for this stream, I have OBS, I have Clip Studio, I have YouTube open, I have Twitch open, what else have I got? I have Discord open with ModView. I have, what else? Task Manager. And that's really about it. But yeah, there's a lot of things open. For video games, it's a little different. Video games, I will have most of the same stuff, but I won't have V-Hand. I will have an actual other game on. And most people stream avatars too. True. I forgot I have Mix It Up on. Hello, Jiverwoods. Good evening. Find them with my writing sometimes. I'll drop a usual comedy style and take myself too seriously some days. Then look back on a different day like, who do I think I am? What am I doing? Why does Twitch, the website, take up so much memory? I don't know why it does. It just does for some reason. Do I want to make this head base a little bigger? Yeah, I think this looks a little better. I am going to move the head down a little bit because it's too far from the neck right now. Falling Freely, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. How was art? What were y'all drawing? Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. My name is Honey. Today we are just drawing myself playing the lute. I know this is a lot, but it's going to probably look something a little similar to this by the time we're done. Right now we're just doing the cleanup right now. Oh, little stretchies. Good night, Banjo. Falling Freely, so cute. Thank you. Thank you so much. Here, I'll show y'all the previous work. There we go. I'll remove the references so y'all can see a bit better. But yeah, I was drawing these. We got a lute playing and a violinist. I think they're backwards right now, actually. There we go. That's correct. It's got to be the best VTuber model I've ever seen. Thank you, Rise Sister. I made it myself. I'm glad you like it. You're drawing goblins? Oh, sick! Man, one sec. I gotta see this. I hope you have fun drawing. But yeah, if you want to share your art, absolutely feel free to send it to a mod, and then I can showcase it on stream. Otherwise, absolutely no worries, no pressure. Ever see any wildly different art styles from yours, or thought it'd be fun to try? Yes, there are many. Gen Z is one of them. What is their name? Mike Mignola is one that I keep trying to study and keep failing to emulate, but that is okay. That is part of the learning process, you know? Johnny, oh, sorry, that was Johnny's question. I rolled performance to sing and rolled 2 natural 20. You must sing extremely well. You must have that song down pat. Seems like a really chill chat, and I like it here so far. Oh, thank you, Mike. You're more than welcome to hang out as long as you please. Kid Paticus, happy to finally catch one of these streams. Art looks amazing. Thank you. I'm doing the cleanup right now. Let's see. Let's turn down the head base a little bit so I can see. And now we're going to do the body. We're going to turn the rough down a little bit more so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. Excellent. Sorry, I know this is a lot of lines. Mike is a huge inspo for me. Mike Mignola's art is so, so good. I don't know how to emulate it. It is one that eludes me. Because there is a difference between drawing a character in your style and drawing their character in their style versus you drawing one of your characters in their style. It's tricky and can take a lot of work. I love Gen Z's art. Constantly growing and becoming an amazing artist. I love seeing their work. I love his Atlantis work. I haven't seen his Atlantis work. Ooh, there's the Insta. Thank you, Meta. Ah! Okay, this art is really cute. Is there a particular piece you're working on this stream? I'm just checking out your Insta right now. Now, this is probably silly, but are these streams 18 plus? I'm not ridiculously young or anything. So just a heads up, these streams are not 18 plus because we for the most part, do not talk about overtly mature or sexual content, mainly. I will say, please be wary of Twitch's TOS. Do not state your age. Like, if you are a minor, do try to be safe online. Be very wary of strangers. Do not interact with them. I would not recommend it. just to be careful. As well as if there are clearly 18 plus spaces, please do not go into those spaces. This is a very public place. This I would consider like not quite family streams, but like I think this is not quite 18 plus in terms of like my content. My content is usually very tame and chill. Don't share personal information for your own safety. Yes. Do not overshare your personal information such as where you live, your age, what schools you go to, or just too much information about yourself. That is just basic online safety, so don't do that. Falling Freely is not there yet, but I was inspired by the third post there. My first published art in a zine that was released today, and that was Goblin Bait. That's cool. Do you mind if I share it on stream? Is that okay? Ugh. Come on, Instagram. Is it on your Blue Sky? Mainly because I don't have an Instagram. I tried to use as little apps as I could. But you got a Blue Sky. Oh, let's go. Let's see. Instagram, please let me view it. It is such a cute piece. Oh my gosh, I want to see it. Content so chill and safe. It's better to watch someone playing games. It's better than to watch playing games. I mean, I love playing games. If the game I'm playing is particularly violent or graphic, yeah, perhaps it is not the best. But for the most part, I play FromSoft games. Those are kind of violent. They're not like gory or graphic though. Ugh. Yeah, any teenagers always take into account your audience. I have to help censor Discord folks all the time so they don't dox themselves. Yes, I would be wary of going into any Discord spaces if you are a minor. Just genuinely connecting with people online can be fine, but you always have to really keep your safety in mind. Also, brain, focus. Can one of my mods actually grab that Instagram post? Because I can't see it, unfortunately. I can't zoom up. Because all I can see is a little bit of it. That thumbnail. Ah! Yeah, I got you. Thank you, Beta. Oh. I hurt. Who am I without my mods? For real. FromSoft games are technically mature games, but they're typically tamer, disregarding the body horror. Yeah, they're typically a little tamer. Like, I would say, personally, I don't find them more horrifying than the movie Coraline, which has, you know, sewing buttons into people's eyes as a concept, which is insane and great. I love it. But yeah. Wolfounder, thank you for the hydrate and posture check. Let's go. Luca, hi from a paramedic who's on a 6-hour shift. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're chill and nothing bad happens and it's an easy shift. Oh, thank you, Meta. Oh, this is so good. I'm falling freely. This art is so lovely. All right, y'all come check this out. Where'd I put it? It is absolutely flipped because my canvas is flipped. But look at that. Oh my gosh, this art is great. I love the use of like how you made them stand out from the background is you gave them a little bit of an outline that's white to make them pop more, but then it fades depending on how far into the piece you go. Like it starts here, but then it slowly fades after this one. Like there's no white outline here. That's so smart. Wow, this is great. But yeah, y'all check out Falling Freely. This art is wonderful. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing it. And also thank you, Meta, for sharing it in a way that I could use. There's so many different social medias, and it's frustrating nowadays that like I want to become a little less connected to my phone. But because everyone's kind of spread out depending on what app they're using, it's like I would like to see the art, but I don't have an Instagram because I feel like I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. Same thing if I don't have a TikTok. I have a YouTube VOD channel, a YouTube main channel for my portfolio work. I have a Twitter, and Blue Sky, which is Blue Sky is gonna be my main place now. Twitter I'll still use for announcements, but yeah. Wrong layer. There we go. Blue Sky? Yeah. So Blue Sky is kind of where artists will hang out. A lot of VTubers are moving there currently, just because the way Twitter works is it is not. It's such a angry place. I feel stressed whenever I open it up, and in Blue Sky there's a lot more of a curated experience. So I'm going to be posting my art there for now because it is just better. Also, Twitter is grabbing a lot of people's art and posts to train AI this month. So if you don't want your posts trained on AI, you got to delete them, which is frustrating. I don't want to have to do that, but I probably will, honestly. I hope so too. I had to respond to 4 shootouts in one shift. The joys of living in South Africa. Oh boy. I hope everything is okay and that everyone's recovering if they're injured. The nice thing about Blue Sky as well is, like, if you want to post something a little spicier, you can tag it, which is very lovely. I think that's a great system, and so it makes it so it doesn't open up with, you know, sexual content immediately. You have to click it to see it. I like that. I would much prefer that. Granted, I would probably create a private Blue Sky if I was going to post anything like anatomy studies or anything with nudity, or any sexual content. I would probably create a separate one and make that like 18 plus, just to be safe. I'd still post like pinups on my Blue Sky, my regular one, so that'll be fine. Pinups are amazing, to be honest. Pinups are lovely. I think they're really fun. They're a nice type of art form that I can kind of enjoy. I get them. They're nice. As a heads up, when you're ready to delete your old media, let me know. We can jump into a call. I've almost finished my way of doing it, but it requires a bit more visual tutorial. Gotcha. Thank you, Dingy. Thank you. I will probably have to do that. Ooh, cutting it close. Hopefully early next week, because this weekend is kind of booked for me. I have a lot of stuff to do. Man, life is busy. It's constantly busy, but you know what? Gotta keep going. I think this thigh could be a little bit rounder here. Have the kneecap there. This Monday is Veterans Day, so free day off. That's true. I do still stream that day. Crap, yeah, I still gotta finish moving everything over, and got distracted by insurance BS and everything else. Yeah, I got distracted this week. And you know what? That's okay. I just gotta remember to do my best, because I don't remember which day X is gonna start grabbing all your posts, so just keep that in mind. Falling really sorry, Raiden Run. Your work is so lovely. Have a great stream. Thank you. No worries. You take care of yourself. Do what you gotta do. Dingus, it do be. I'm gonna be out of town 11th, so come back on the 12th. Pretty open outside that. Gotcha. Okay, thank you, Dingy. Yep, I'm gonna take this Veterans Day to relax and shake off the last vestiges of this illness that's been bugging me for about a week to change. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea to take it easy and chill. I also gotta remember to turn off raids, because I am gonna be wrapping up stream in about 15 minutes. Because I do stream tomorrow. We're probably gonna continue working on this. Conberg, I missed most of the stream. I was doing Black Ops Easter eggs. That's okay. You were having fun. That's totally okay. I stream tomorrow at 9 a.m. PST now? I can't remember. Or noon EST tomorrow. I hate working on Saturdays. I miss so many streams. It's okay, Meta. Also, I hit my mic. I'm so sorry. See you later, Mike. But yeah, that's okay, Meta. I still get to see you whenever you can show up. Which is Mondays and Fridays. And it's a lovely time. But I'm glad you are working. And I hope that you are taking care of yourself. People work so hard, and I do hope that they get well compensated for it. Told you. I'm trying to remember if I told you about the cool news I got the other day. Maybe? I think you did have good news last I checked. Dang, hit it again. You won't. Ready? I don't know if y'all heard that. I'm so sorry if that was bad audio. I'm so sorry. I hope that didn't hurt. Oh, she did it. Oh, she did it. She fell prey to peer pressure and schoolyard tactics. Jinky Honey goes, no! No! Don't tell Mom! Don't tell Baba! That feeling when you accidentally hurt your sibling when you start roughhousing a little too hard. Just like, don't tell Mom. It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Chill. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't mean it. Wow, I can't believe it hit your chat. Duh! Duh! I thought I knew you. Myth, what happened? I didn't feel a thing. Oh, good. See, Myth gets it. Myth gets it. It's fine. Honey, is that you? I can't see you. You're too short. The door is unlocked. I'm too short to be seen through the people. That'd be funny. Alright, that is the body base. Not including the feet, because we're going to draw the shoes over it. Let's draw the clothes. Just when you think you know Humpty, and then she hits you. No. No. It was a challenge. Who's in control here? Honey or Dingus? It's a toss-up, honestly. Whatever's funnier. But I'm gonna scream, no! Don't you dare! I love my siblings. Meta, thank you for the breather, team. Toss you? Gotcha. Send me flying. Let's go. I heard toss up. Who are we tossing up? It's a figure of speech. It's a figure of speech. I love this. I think this is called a gorget. It is so pretty. I learned about it from when Zendaya wore that Joan of Arc Met Gala look. Oh! Easily my favorite look. Easily my favorite Met Gala look. Honestly. So, so good. Gob is small. Toss at wall. Like spaghetti. Throw at wall like spaghetti. See if she sticks. A toss up? So it's gorgé? A gorgé? Is that it? Kind of pronounced like French. Gorgé. It's an originally a piece of armor. Ah, okay, I gotcha. I love them. Oh, got a little something in my eye. No. Oh, there we go. Protect from decapitation is so, so important. It's so, so important. It protects your neck. There we go. To have a flare at the top though, right? Fellow nerds? A flare at the top? Maybe. This is more of a stylistic gorget. Or gorget. French is funny. There's like ER, the E with the accent. And then ET can sometimes be gorget. And then there's like ENT at the end of sentences. And it's like, those are not supposed to be even pronounced. But they are meant to be written. And it's like, okay. Sure, bud. Okay. I kind of get it. Kind of. Na, 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 na. If you think about it, getting tossed requires getting picked up, and getting picked up by someone big enough to toss you is basically like getting princess carried. So maybe getting tossed by people is a good thing. A little princess carrying as a treat. Could be neat. Could be fun. I know how to conjugate ER, IR, and RE verbs. That's about it. That's good though. That is a lot of French, is those verbs. Dingus is still on the table. Getting princess carried, still on the table. Could be neat. Oh, could get princess carried. Princess honey. What would I be the ruler of? What would I rule? That'd be so much responsibility being a ruler, honestly. Don't think I would like that responsibility. So many decisions, so many lives hang in the balance, you know? If you mess up, people get hurt. That's a lot of responsibility. Meta, what form of training did you say was focused on strength versus show? There is... What is it called? I think it's glamour bodybuilding and practical muscles. Like utilitarian versus glamour muscles, you can kind of think of it. Was it just strength training? It might be strength training, but there's different kinds of strength training. There's like aesthetic strength training and utilitarian is the best way I can think of it. Hypertrophy for size, strength for strength. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Be the ruler of the shinies in the tavern. But I could already be ruler of that. Dingus. I don't know, I just think you I think you just rule. Thank you. Thank you very much. Tricep utilitarian versus bicep aesthetic. Yeah. There's a bunch of different ways to form it. I think a professional who knows more about it would probably be able to give you a better name for it, personally, than I could, because I am not as experienced with it. For me, when I was working out, I did not know that there was really... I did not understand the ways to make a more aesthetic training regimen. For me, it was almost always like being capable of lifting more was more important than whether or not I looked strong. Both was good. I liked the balance I had with both, but it was not as important to me to look strong as to be strong. I hate fabric. I hate drawing fabric. I love sewing. I love making clothes. I hate drawing fabric. It's... You need to know so much about folds and the way it goes on the body. I'm just guessing at this point. I don't think this is actually how the fabric would move. I'm just guessing. Thing is, I'm not a scientist, but I have done a lot of my own research. Gotcha. For strength training, you go for reps of 6 and under. For going for maximum weights. For hypertrophy, generally 8 to 12 rep ranges, slow and controlled, especially on eccentric movements, letting it tear your muscles up further than just normally pumping would. So, oh. Because usually what I do is I choose a weight that I can do over 8 reps of, but under 15. If I can do 15 reps of that weight, that is too much. Generally, I try to hit 12 with whatever I can, and then I just keep going up if I get stronger. Clothes are difficult. Yeah, clothes are tricky. That's generally hypertrophy range? Gotcha. The aesthetic of being surrounded by research books and learning is so nice. I love libraries. I went to the library today, actually. I got books, and I started to do research on a couple topics that I'm very fascinated by, specifically romantic art styles. I'm learning so much about the romance art style, mainly that it is extremely hard to define. Even scholars have a hard time saying what counts as the romantic era of art versus, like, what is romantic art and whether or not it originated in Germany or not. And for the most part, scholars tend to say yes, it mainly happened in Germany, but I don't think it's the only one. So I'm learning more art history because I want to learn more about this style and kind of understand it. It's cool. Skill dragon. Don't draw humans for that reason. Humans are hard to draw, but that's okay. They're also the easiest thing to reference. But I love art. I love art. I love art so much. I love learning. It's great. Learning about art. I have gotten to the age where I found that I do like fiction, but I am more fascinated by learning and history now, and like the concepts of like how to build things and how to create tools, and like how we started in how the Bronze Age started and how we eventually got to the Industrial Revolution. Stuff like that is fascinating to me. It was presented to me in a way that was not as interesting when I was learning about them in school, but now that I'm older and I have the patience for it and the curiosity for it, I want to learn more. It's great. Ryan, just stopping by to say hi and bye because it's late and I got work tomorrow. Have an awesome stream. Have a good shift tomorrow. Also, be safe, Insurgent. Would I prefer drawing dinosaurs, animals, and mythology over other things? Fair. That is absolutely fair. Everybody likes drawing different things. All right, let's turn off because I have to do the arms. But for now, we can turn off this rough. Yeah, because y'all can start to see now. Alright, all that's left to do is the hands, the lyre, and a little bit more of the fabric, and then I can start doing the grayscale. But I think that's enough for now because I have to get some sleep so that I can stream tomorrow. We're probably going to be streaming more of this. If not, we are going to be doing my art anyways. Either way, we'll see what happens. Oh, little stretch. How about one last save? You know, good idea. Control S. Let's go, baby. Good stuff, good stuff. Hey, Super Zimbula, thank you. I hope you have a good sleep too. Dingus, thank you for the stream, Humbity. Always the best company. Thank you. Thank you, Dingy. Beep, beep, time to sleep. Oh, it's good to be back. Oh, I took a little break this week from social media, and now I'm starting to come back to it, and I'm like, yeah, feels good. Feels good to get back into streaming art. I like it quite a bit. Nerd, sorry for being so off tonight. Thank you. I hope you get better and feel better. Things will be okay. It might be tough for now, but it's not forever. I'm just making sure the person I'm thinking of raiding is not ending a stream. Destin, honey, make sure you get some good sleep and rest tonight. Also, make sure that you're good to self because you deserve good things in the chat, and that goes for everyone, for you as well, except Dingus. That's funny. Right. I forgot to say. Tomorrow streaming at 9 a.m. PST, noon EST, just art. Greenman, thank you for the posture check. And Big Old, thank you for the hydrate. Ugh. Let's see. What's a good raid message? Could just do art raid. Art raid might be a nice one. Nerd, do really appreciate the kind words. Good. I'm glad. Enjoyed watching you follow? Thank you, Akari Angel. Welcome in. I'm trying to raid this person. Oh, they might have it off right now. That is okay. We'll cope. I will get the good raid. Blech. That's fine. Art raid? Yeah, art raid. Oh, I'm so excited. I love art. I love art so much. Let's go, baby. Times like this, when I get stressed, I like to learn. Learning and doing art really makes me so happy. It's so nice. I'm so glad. Okay. Ooh. Stop doing that. Alright, they just started streaming. We're going to go visit Tiffany Witcher. I have seen a little bit of Tiffany's content. Mostly raises money for charity. I'm sure that she'll tell you more about it when you arrive there. I hope you have a lovely time over at Tiffany's place. If I'm double checking, I don't think her community is 18 plus. However, no harm in checking, you know. I am pretty sure pronouns are she, her, and very cute avatar. Very cute witch. I think y'all will have a nice time over there. Glitchy, thanks for answering my questions, everyone. No worries. Thank you for asking the question. I'm so excited for art. Sorry, I'm getting really excited for art tomorrow. I got so excited. I'm like, it could be fun. It could be so fun. It's gonna be great. But yeah, thank you so much for coming today. I do really appreciate y'all having a good time, and for y'all to to have a good time chatting with me and being so kind and welcoming. Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right, I hope y'all get some good sleep. I'm gonna get some good sleep too. Good night. Art, I love it. All right, thank you. See you guys soon. Bye bye.